Hello and welcome to another Forgotten North podcast. Good evening, Andy, and welcome to Forgotten North's team officially.
Thank you very much, Scott. It's great to be a part of the team, and it's great to finally get my first outing on the podcast, or I'm going to call it a vodcast.
I know, released to the wild.
Yeah.
A wild sib just out there.
Yes, and I am very happy to be with you tonight to go through the lists and have a good old criticise of all the filthy bastards who have
That's
taken over
what
the
we're
old
really
world.
here for, just to criticise other people, obviously.
Yeah.
Um,
Anybody who I know personally is getting it.
Obviously, the highlight will be obviously criticising all of the tools lists.
Yes.
Yeah. So we've got a lot of lists to try to get through. So full 40 people. So we're just going to go straight into it.
Yeah, some big names as well.
Sorry?
Some big names as well.
Some big names, yeah. So I think there's a really interesting mix. I should have got my book open because I did note down, interestingly, I think it's interesting, and I suppose anybody who bothers to listen also thinks random bits of old world stuff are interesting.
Hold on, Scott, a second. You can write.
I know. Honestly, every now and then I like to just really push the boat out. There's only Skaven, ogres, lizards, and demons not represented.
Well, I can understand why demons aren't represented, and probably Skaven.
Yeah, I think there is still playing lizards personally. I still think the skink cloud has play.
I'm looking forward to the next event and having a discussion whether we're actually going to look at this renegade list.
Oh, the very thought of it just sickens us, to be honest.
Are you not on board with that?
I'm not on board. Nah.
We'll
talk about that another time. Yeah. Maybe that's a podcast all by itself while I just go off on one. But but for a reason, I think it actually prohibits new people. But we'll come on to that a separate time. Yeah. I'm a little bit surprised there's no ogres because I actually think ogres are a decent list.
Yeah, I mean, I watched you play them a couple of weeks back.
I was a little scared at some points, to be honest. I thought if I go into that block, it could be lights out.
Mm-hmm. And
people say essentially take two different ogre blades.
Yes, that is choppy.
And nobody wants to deal with that. So, without further ado, shall we dip into your area of expertise and start this malarkey off by having a look at Warriors of Chaos?
Yes, Warriors of Chaos, and who's up first? Andrew Hopper, a gentleman I've known for quite a few years.
Oh, is it? So you can feel free to have at his list.
Yeah. So we're starting off with what I'm going to dub the new 500-point dragon, coming in with the flail. I like this Mark of Undivided two favours one. I don't know why he hasn't slipped the third favour in.
I must admit, in a world where we're limiting characters to 500 points, I'm with you. I quite like a cheeky little bit of Undivided because it's not a bad thing. And I quite like the flail as the weapon of choice.
Yeah. Because if you get them to Fabigo, you're coming back in with a full flail anyway, so it's only good they give ground that kind of knocks you. But here is my worry in this list. Level 4 wizard on foot.
Yeah.
Where is he going?
He's got two, hasn't he? Two wizards, rather, both on foot, both in that block of 14 Chaos Warriors.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think the struggle is the struggle that, well, every list has infantry, and the fact that it's infantry.
Yeah, it's a block of 16 with the two mages in there. He's got a bit of Forsaken cover for each side. Quite small units for Forsaken. A bit of Chaos Hounds to divert. And
what is for Forsaken? Does it make them frenzied?
No, Khorne is Hatred in the first round.
Cool. Actually, I quite like them friends. I quite like that, to be honest.
Only two choices for Forsaken in my eyes, and that's the Slaanesh, which you get the Swift Stride, and the Khorne, which you get the Hatred. And the way I've tested them, the Khorne always just seems to be better.
Yeah. Do you know, once that asked and you answered, I did remember that Hatred is. I just think Hatred is really good. Re-roll it is positive.
I know Adam Slusky, the big guy in America who's been winning a lot with Chaos, likes the Slanesh ones for the Swift Stride, but I have whiffed so many times without hatred. It's
Aye. I think if you can maximise your damage output, you're on to a winner, relatively.
taken. They're only weapon skill 4, and that, like, normal Chaos Warriors are 5, so they out weapon skill quite a lot of stuff. So they're hitting on 3s, but Forsaken seem to come up against weapon skill 4 a lot, and hitting on 4s is, 50% of the time,
Aye.
and then hatred really fixes that.
Yeah. I quite like the other thing, I suppose, although it's in troops, because he's going law familiar. So he's not going law familiar. Sorry, he's going spell familiar in battle.
Yeah,
He's probably got arcane urgency to try to get them across the board that little bit quicker.
yeah,
Or you're just flying your dragon 40 inches.
yeah. I mean, both of them on battle magic, so he's obviously going to be trying to dig out lots of fireballs and pillars.
Aye, a 4. Aye, I mean 7, 8 spells of battle magic. That's a lot. Plus from blue fire of Zenith, it could be quite spicy little magic missile bus.
I mean, I'm going to give the people who end up in the chat a laugh here. Can you double arcane urgency yourself?
Honestly, you probably freaking can, because the stupid spell's broken.
Yeah.
People complain about TMP. I'm out. I'm going to start fighting the bandwagon that arcane urgency is arguably worse.
Yeah. So further down the list, we've got double shot attack, and again, we're going to see a lot of this.
So good for their points, aren't they?
And Andrews went for the double gigantic spawn. Oh, great. Oh, Christ. What's he done? What's he done, Scott? He's
corn.
Double spawn of corn.
Double spawn of corn. Guy's clearly a hero.
He loves blood for the blood god.
He loves. I actually quite like Zenith, on giant spawn, which I know is a bit of an out there take, but it's probably because, one, I've not actually played it.
Mm-hmm.
But I like flaming and magical attacks because it means you're not going to get chaffed up with like stupid shit.
But doesn't flaming attacks just make everything better against you? Like the amount of stuff that's got stupid.
Yeah, I mean, yes, arguably as well.
Yeah.
And I suppose a warriors list is an army that has no concern about getting magical attacks, is it? It's not like, say,
it's got them in there anyway.
Aye, everything's got them almost.
I mean,
so
I've been playing my son with his 2 gigantic spawns of Nurgle, and the amount of poison attacks he gets on us. So he's not even. I know they don't struggle to wound because they're strength 6, but the amount of times he's not even having to do that.
Well, the thing is, if I think about like my normal list and my king that makes you re-roll, poison just immediately gets rid of that.
Mm-hmm.
Our rate poison in Old World is just a very powerful tool, to be honest.
Yeah. Right, so I think Andrew's list...
this might be a benchmark that we set for a lot of Warriors lists, and we do have 5 Warriors of Chaos lists.
Yeah. We're going to see some of the elements of this again quite a few times. So
yeah,
what we've got
so
next...
I'll just scroll us down to our next one, which is Craig Wallace, which I think is the other flavour if you don't go double spawn.
Yes. And again, we're going to see this a few times. So we've got Nurgle Mark on the Dragon with only 1 Favour of the Gods. So...
yeah, I think that's going to be a popular build if I think about what I expect we're going to see quite a bit of.
I mean, that Mark and Nurgle, the amount of times I forget it is why I don't take it. But without the what's it called again? The thing that makes people fight last against you.
It's not called Enchant Nora anymore.
Yeah.
It is Enchant Nora.
I think it is. Yeah. Without Enchant Nora, I'm a stickler for the Marcus Slanesh. I think that +1 to initiative can get you, especially if you're using a flail and you're not going to be initiative 1 or 0.
Yeah, that's a good point. Actually, that it does open the 500 point limit. Does open the Marcus Slanesh as an actual real choice, I suppose, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Now a Nurgle level 4.
Yeah, this was what caught me out. I just assumed it was going to be Zenith when I was reading it.
Yeah, so is he going for Fleshy Abundance? We're seeing our second Infernal Puppet, second Spell Familiar. So
I think we're going to see. I think Sorcerer Lord, maybe he's not of Nurgle, admittedly, on a chariot is going to be a popular presence in some of these lists.
Well, it's what I run. I run the Zinch one with the Undivided Chariot.
Yeah.
Actually,
I mean,
no.
I think for
Wait, what
me,
was he got on this? It's Mark of Chaos Undivided, Mark and Nurgle. Which one's on the Chariot and which one's on him?
This is probably my editing while I was away. I think it's Nurgle on the Wizard and Undivided's just sitting there from the Chariot.
You know what? I might think it might be the other way around. I don't know.
Yeah, I'd have to double. If honest, that might be an editing issue. It might not. So that might be a one for us to catch.
Yeah. All right. So the other big thing in this one, he's got the Forsaken in 2 6s, Chaos Warhounds 2 5s, and Vanguard on one of them, probably just to get the core points out.
Yeah, because he's bang on 500. No, he's actually up 588 now. He could have because he's gone for a decent sized block of Knights.
Yeah, Chaos Knights, War Banner, Brazen Colour for the Magic Resistance, Undivided Knights.
Hey, they're not bad. They're still Chaos. I know they're not what they used to be, but they're still Chaos Knights.
Yeah. And then we've got the single shot attack again. There must be
Never leave home with that
taking,
one.
Well, I like to take a unit of Dragon myself.
Aye.
And then a basic Warp Fire Dragon.
And I think this is the alternative, isn't it, to the Giant Spawn? Because you either essentially go double Dragon or you go in Dragon and Spawn for the most part.
Or you go without.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a nice old list there.
I mean, it turns off ward. It's a dragon that turns off ward saves, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. You've just got to keep it away from your own lord.
Aye. Is it 3 inches it turns off ward saves?
And it's it's easy to get caught up in that 3 inches.
Aye. I also quite like a shooting attack, to be fair. You know, if you get stuck in a cagey game, like say against another Chaos Warrior list, it gives you a bit more of a range threat as well.
And he's got plenty of wounds for the misfires and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. I quite like. It's the reason I quite like a Gorgon for not a Gorgon, sorry, Cygor for Beastman.
Yeah,
like a mobile assault weapon. I just think it's got legs when also it's a massive combat threat.
Yeah, and it's not like you don't face Cygors quite often, is it?
Yeah, exactly. Which whenever Mr. Tunadine plays them.
Yeah, every battle report ever.
He's the only person who plays them, to be fair. So our next one is Jack of Horde, or aka Mop.
Mm-hmm.
Very similar to what we just looked at in many respects, or rather, it's a bit of a combination between both the lists that we just looked at.
Yeah, it takes elements from the previous two. So no Chaos Knights this time. Back to the Warriors. Yeah, he's gone to the Taskmaster Scourge, so he's got fast Warriors.
Same kind of wizard setup, isn't it? Double level, level 4, level 3, both on Zenith. Extra spell. Obviously the Infernal Puppet. Yeah.
Never leave home without it.
Obviously, I mean, you qualify from Sorcerer Lord School, and they're like, here's your puppet. Have fun.
This is almost like the illegitimate sex child of the two previous lists, isn't it?
It is. It is quite it's interesting to see where the similarities, etc. are. Obviously, everyone's going with a dragon so far, and then they've either got Spawn or Warp Fire. But it's
I bet you somewhere in the background, you lot, the three of you who designed this rule pack, because I wasn't here at that point, have all looked at the chaos list and went, well, that 500-point thingy didn't work.
Well, to be fair though, you know what I think it does do? You've still got a Lord on a Dragon. It's still good because it's still a Chaos Lord on a Dragon, but it's not. I don't want to say game break because I don't think the uncomp one is game breaking, and I think that I kind of think that language gets thrown about unnecessarily. Yeah. Whether we keep 500 points, I think that's the discussion after the event, isn't it? Before we finalise the pack for November.
Well, I haven't played with a 500-point dragon a couple of times. It's to see if people can actually start to skill play the dragon without its crutches, without the Ogre Blade and Enchanting Aura, where you can just go into anything.
Yeah.
Or the triple save. Can people actually play a dragon skillfully?
Because it's still a good armor save, it's still got a ward save, and it's still got good damage output because it's a warrior lord on a dragon.
Yeah, 11 attack space. The gods can make that go up.
It's still a scary prospect for anyone who isn't a Chaos Lord on a dragon.
Well, I played. Me and Jack have been writing some 2,500-point lists for the Durham event, and we had a bit play around. I played versus his dragon, but I only had an Empire Lord on Griffin.
They're not the same, for clarity. If anyone's wondering, they're not the same.
Yeah. Christ, he just chased me around that board all day.
Yeah. Run, little Griffin. But no, I think it's an interesting list, this one, to be honest. And I know Jack's had some success with something very similar to it.
Yeah.
Again, it's what Chaos do well. A lot of chaff, good casters,
Mm-hmm.
and monsters.
Well, I'm gonna call after we've done all the Chaos lists. I'm gonna call my winner.
Oh, you know, I want to write this down. I want to get my book out and
Yeah.
do more of that writing malarkey that I spoke about earlier.
Yeah, I'll leave that to you because I'm not that good at it.
I want to write it down because it's the book that'll be coming to the event with us as well. So then our next Warriors list, we have Michael Old.
What
And
format's this?
This is the new recruit format. So
Right.
it's essentially all the lists are a mix of this one or the Old World Builder one, and I frankly I didn't want to merge them all into one.
Right, I might have to get my glasses on here and move close to the screen.
We've got the 500 point Chaos Dragon Lord on. He's the Mark of Nurgle Flail version with 1 Favour of the God.
Yep.
Sorcerer Lord, level 4, Skull of Catan on Battle Magic, Zenith.
That is because he's got the wizard and hat on the Aspire, and he's going to give him an extra level.
Legendary. Oh, he's on a horse. It's essentially a wizard knight bus, which I've seen in action this recent weekend. To be honest, is interesting.
I'm pretty sure Ross is coming up shortly, and he likes a good night bus.
And the other thing I think is interesting with this list versus the other Warriors ones we've seen, the Warpfire is a level 2 wizard.
Ah, yes.
On
so
battle,
if he puts that next to the block, yeah, Skull of Term's 2 inches, isn't it? Not 3.
I think so. So, all right, you turn off your ward save, but when it doesn't matter, it means you could be casting your Warfire Dragon as a level 3.
Mm-hmm.
And if you roll well with, I don't know, imagine you get a couple of arcane urgencies, maybe it's even all of a sudden you're zooping around everywhere, or you're just throwing pillars of fire.
So of all the lists I've seen so far, this one has me intrigued the most.
I think this is the most out there Warriors list that we've seen so far.
Yeah. I mean, it's got a lot of the normal things in. It's got the Forsaken, the Chaos Hounds, the 500 point Dragon, the Warpfire, but this Aspiring Champion is and being a BSB and being a caster.
And the Warpfire being a caster, it's just very different.
Mm-hmm. I'd be very interested to see how he positions everything to get maximum out of the Skull of Catan.
I think this is one to. I'm going to sort of see if I can maybe watch a bit of this play over the weekend just to see how it goes. To be honest, it's different, and I like different for the most part.
Is that why you like me?
Like's a strong word, bloody hell.
Right, I'm going to sit back on my chair because I can see the light shine off my head.
Well, it's how us cool kids that don't have hair operating it.
Yeah.
And then our next Warriors is Ross Wilkinson.
Yep, and his love of Chaos Knights.
He does love a Chaos Knight, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And this one again, similar to probably the most different, if in many respects, in that it's 2 blocks of knights compared to what we've seen so far.
Yeah.
In fact, it's an all cavalry list.
And it's our first great weapon on a Chaos Lord.
Yeah. I mean, it guarantees the damage output.
I think that's how I would run it.
To be honest, do you care if you go second on a warrior lord? I don't really think there's anything out there, unless you get a random spike of a heroic killing blow from a Brett Lord.
Yeah.
Like, is there anything else that you genuinely care about going second to? Because you're gonna do more damage than anything you fight.
What's the other one thing that's got killing blow again? There's something else. Oh, I'm not thinking of Tomb Scorpions here, but there's something else I would.
Yeah.
I mean, crap on.
Tomb Scorpions. That's what the people want. It's what the people want to see.
So he's got Marauder Horseman with Marcus Slanesh. Strange because they can't run away.
You're used to seeing them with Undivided.
Yeah.
For the rerolls.
Yeah. But the Warpfire Dragon build again, Sorcerer on Horse, Ruby Ring, Infernal Puppet.
I mean, there's a lot of Ruby Rings, Battle Magic, Spell Familiar, Infernal Puppet, Sorcerer Lords floating about so far, isn't there?
We'll have to get Bradley Walsh along to one of the Warhammer tournaments. It's a puppet!
Yeah! But yeah, a bit different to the other Warriors lists. And then I think our final Warriors list is the enigmatic and one and only Stephen Toll. Papa Tool,
Yeah,
the dirtiest of all the tools, some might say.
the tool father.
The tool father. And again, reminiscent of a lot of the other Warriors lists we've seen, to be fair.
Yeah.
Dragon Lord, Nurgle, one favour. I think is the most popular build roughly we've seen.
Yeah, I mean,
it's got the same. I think it's roughly the same warrior mage build that you run.
Yes, I mean, you know what? I probably just wouldn't take the mark of Nurgle on him. I think I would go for Slanesh, but he's gone for the full 500 points. He's gone for the
He's on the nose.
He's Lord, Ruby Ring, Spell Familiar, Infernal Puppet.
It's just such a good build, that Sorcerer on a Chariot, though, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's so good.
Tick, tick, tick.
Yeah.
Then Forsaken, he likes these little units of Forsaken.
He loves a MSU core. I think it's what it does do. It's quite take away the Forsaken. The rest of it's fast. It lets you control space on the board.
Yes, but there's not a lot of damage output from it.
No, it's all there to control space. Maybe have some charges that you have to take to get things out of the way.
Yeah,
and then really it's there to maximise his Sorcerer Lord, his Dragon Lord, and his Warpfire Dragon.
Yeah, I mean, if he's just basically going in there to do all the work with the two dragons, he's got units that are fast and can get in between stuff if things go wrong. He's got units that are like can redivert things, that can block off. His dragon can fly over every one of them units. So
aye, it's and Steve uses this pretty much all or some variant of this all the time, roughly, doesn't he? So he knows
he's well
how it
played
works.
with it. And he's got the black and plate Shartak. That's the way I play the Shartak.
He is just a tank, isn't he?
Yeah, I know there's
some of the bitches doesn't die.
Few people like the 5-up ward save on instead.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that as an option as well. I think this is the build I would run with one.
Me too, because I always think if like magic missiles are coming at him, he's got the ward save anyway from his the storm call or whatever it's called. So
the magic missile one, which is what most people are throwing at it, or if the things are shooting at that and focus on the short hook, they're not attacking any of the stuff that actually matters.
Yeah. Right. So what we've got from all of these chaos lists are dragons of around 500 points.
Dragons.
Yeah. Or puppets.
A plethora of additional dragons.
Yes.
In fact, 4 out of 5 of the lists are double dragon.
Yeah. My big question: where are the Dragon Ogre Shagoffs?
They're nowhere.
People, where are they?
Maybe they're going to be in a Beastman list. Where they belong, Sib. Where they belong.
Don't know.
I mean, also, I actually think it's a really, really lovely model, the Shagoff.
Yeah, and with the black and plate on, he's. I call him the can opener because there's a build you can do with him that is lots of armor.
Do you think the Shagoff just suffers from the fact that he's in now that the Arcane Journals are out? He's in the same slot as Warpfire Dragons and Giant Spawns,
and he's costly.
Yeah, he's expensive. He doesn't fly. You have to declare charges. I just think with the Arcane Journals, there's just now better options, and I think it's a bit of a shame because I do like the Shagoff.
Yeah, he's actually a model you've got to play with rather than just going that way.
Yeah, he's a more finesse piece, and it makes us feel a little bit sick saying that about something from the Chaos Army list, to be honest.
Right.
So that's our 5 warriors.
Yeah, what we got next?
Next up, we have we move on to the other filth, which is Kingdom of Bretonia. Everyone's least favorite army to play against, if I do say so myself.
So I'm getting dukes and barons. And
yeah. So our first one up is Daniel Grundy. He's regular Bretts. So he's got Duke, the Duke on a Royal Peg, Siren's Locker, Gromrel, Great Helm, and Virtual Heroism. So he's got a
2-up save,
2-up rerolling ones, Heroic Kill and Blow, who he can't be multi-wounded.
I mean, he is just the standard Duke, isn't he?
Oh yeah, he's Dave the Duke. Everyone knows Dave the Duke. He's all over the place.
I don't know why on Army Builder, New Recruit, when you click Duke, it doesn't
It
just
just populate this
populates.
build.
Yeah,
I mean, it's 366 points, and it does what it says in the tin. He goes around hunting dragons.
yeah,
To be fair to him,
or anything big.
or anything big that any monster he looks at and goes, "I'm having some of you."
Yeah, he likes giant chaos spawns. He likes warpfire dragons.
Yeah. I think the next bit I found it interesting. He's Baron with the standard Baron build, Virtue Knightly Temper, Ogre Blade, going to the Duel, all stuff I really quite like. I mean, like's a strong word because they're Bretonians, but other than that, but he's only on a Barded Pegasus, not a Royal Pegasus,
Yeah,
which I find unusual.
yeah, because he's given a royal peg. I mean, it can't be a point thing, but because he's got the next guy, the BSB, on a royal pegasus.
Yeah, and yeah, so I don't know why he chose that one to have the Royal rather than the other, or both. It's obviously a choice that's been made. That, or he only has one of them. Or, sorry, they're modelled in a specific way, and he
Yeah,
plays it the way they're modelled, which is absolutely the right way to go about it. But it's interesting the choice there. But it's 3 flying Brett Lords of some description.
yeah. I mean, the BSB is very stripped back. He's just basically
Yeah, it doesn't even have the virtue of duty for the extra or the war banner for like that static +3 combat res, which I find is quite a good build anyway, to be honest.
yeah. I mean, they're obviously going in the Peg Knights.
Yeah. I mean, then we've got the Prophetess, 6 realm, 20 bowmen, 20 bowmen. A lot of bowmen compared to a regular Brett list.
I'm going to be honest here. It's 20 bows for 112 points.
I mean, I actually quite rate just Brett bowmen. They're long bows for a start, and I don't really rate Knights of the Realm.
Yeah, Knights of the Realm are, they're a bit like the basic Empire Knight. They're just like a man in some tin.
So I think because Brett essentially rely on pegs and peg characters to do all the work.
Yeah.
Why not just take some bowmen instead of Knights of the Realm, and you can at least have pop shots at whatever you want.
But his core's all broken up into you're chasing 112, 165 points. You go it's a lot of work to get nothing.
I agree.
Yeah, but Scott,
then,
what's this at the bottom of the list?
Yeah, this is what's known as a lesser seen unit of Grail Knights.
Yeah,
it's what you used to see before Pegasus were just ridiculous.
Well, I used to play back in 6th and 7th. I used to play the Errantry Crusade list, and I loved Grail Knights. My Grail bus was my favourite thing ever.
Tell you what is very interesting. The most interesting thing in this list: no Falconhorn.
Yes, no Falconhorn.
So this guy Daniel has already got props.
Is it 40 points to Falconhorn?
Yes, I think so.
Oh, yeah, you would have struggled to squeeze it in.
35. You can put it on whatever it is. You can put it on a Grail Knight champion.
Right.
But he hasn't got it, and for that, he actually gets a thumbs up as being a Brett guy that's not taking all the crutches.
Yeah. And what I really like about them, the Grail Knights, is he has an Ale Guardian. People who guard the ale, I'm down with that.
Yeah, I mean, there's a good chance that is definitely my editing while I was away on Friday night, to be honest. So
drinking ale.
Well, yeah. So I just challenged my inner thoughts. Interesting. We've got Bretonians. There's 5 of them. Joint with Chaos is the most popular list.
Yeah.
So our second one is Joe Wrightson. What's different? The Lord has
a slightly different Lord build.
Seal of Paravon, and I think that's the one where he always sits on a 3-up before modifications.
And the Potion of Speed.
That's interesting. I assume that is because in the past he's been done by going last against the Warriors of Chaos.
He's on these lands, so yeah. I mean,
he's got Monster Slayer, so he's doing the same thing.
Isn't the Duke and the Chaos Lord the same initiative though?
Yes, but if you've got a Potion of Speed, you're faster.
You are, and I suppose if he's been done by maybe Slanesh Mark.
Yeah, so I assume that's why he's there. That, or on a turn that he doesn't, if he gets stuck in a grind, he pops it so he knows he goes first.
Yeah. Right, the Paladin.
He's your traditional combat res, but he's on a horse.
He's on a horse,
not a peg.
I mean, I think this guy is trying to do a bit more work on the ground.
This looks like a much more what I would call traditional Brett list.
Yeah,
To a point.
a real Brett list.
Yeah, I mean, he's still got a bus of 5 pegs that a Duke will go in.
But he's keeping it real.
But he's got Grail Knights as well. What's interesting, the Grail Knights have got the Banner of Shalons, which is the no stand and shoot banner, which you more often see on Pegasus.
Yes. Which I think that he's done it the right way around, because Pegasus have got the longer native charge. So it can start within the no fire zone.
But they're so mobile as well, they can get out arcs and stuff a lot more easily, I suppose, than a block of 6 Grail Knights, can't they?
And he's obviously got the Prophetess with the battle magic. I mean, one of the things I haven't seen a lot is people. This is where my brain falls to bits. Arcane Urgency and Peg Knights around to get behind people.
I mean, it's a 40-inch move, isn't it? You're like, Jesus Christ. Before you know it, they're literally behind your lines doing doing what pegs do.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's it. It's a very traditional Bretonian list. I like it.
The other thing is, and as I was just giving Daniel all the props, Joe also doesn't have the Falcon Horn.
He does.
Or does he have? Did I just not see it?
Yeah.
Oh, he does. Sorry, Joe, you're not cool.
Yeah, Joe, you are a filth ball.
Yeah. You are a dirty, dirty man.
Yeah.
So we take back all the other nice things we said about you. Sorry.
Yeah, he's with the rest of them. He's going in the side room to get washed before we let him play.
Well, talking about filth, we then go on to the youngest Toll.
Yeah, baby Toll.
Baby Toll, but don't underestimate the level of filth by the age. He may be young, but he's still very, very dirty.
Right, let me have a look. I just can't look at this list.
He's got the combined Duke. So his Duke has the Seal of Paravon and Syrian's Locket.
Yeah.
So no multi-wound. He always hits on 3s before modifications. 2 up rerolling 1s, Monster Slayer, and Kill and Blow. But he also then has the Baron build, like the traditional Baron build with Knightly Temper, going to the duel,
Ogre Blade.
Potion of Foolhardiness, which is interesting, and Ogre Blade. I mean, that is just... Those two are just absolute filth.
Yeah. And Falcon Horn and a Prophetess. I like that. This is a what do you call it? A left swing.
Yeah, it's LD8, so it's brave. Although that said, he's maxed out on points on his Duke and his Baron, and he hasn't got Grail Knights to give it to. So that's, I suppose, the Prophetess is the only place left to put it.
Yeah, and then he's gone for the minimum Peasant Bowman.
Yep.
Wife's going to make us a coffee, apparently.
You lucky devil. Mine's enjoying that book downstairs. Yeah, you're right. Minimum Bowman, 3 units of Realm, and 2 blocks of Peg Knights. Yeah. 1 with no stand and shoot, 1 with... Oh my God, what's the Banner of Honourable Warfare? This is what stands normally around for, to know all of these other rules.
Let me have a look. I'm not the fastest like,
but yeah, look, I mean, again, similar to what we said with Steve earlier, this is Jack's sort of standard Brett list, and he's very good with it, to be fair to him. I imagine he'll do well with this list this weekend.
Yeah. He's a good little player.
He is. Yeah, he is a good player. He knows this list well.
So, Banner of Honourable Warfare may re-roll failed rolls to hit during the first round of combat when engaged with an enemy with missile weapons.
Yes. Now, I don't agree with this, but I heard a ruling, and it might even be in an FAQ, and I'm going to have to double check, that a breath weapon, someone was trying to rule that it is a missile weapon, and I was having absolutely none of that, to be honest. It's absolutely not. Yeah. So for clarity, anyone who's coming to the event is not a breath weapon. I'm making the ruling now unless someone can show us something on pen and paper. Not pen and paper, because anybody could write that.
Well, I can't, because I'm pretty sure breath weapons fall outside the missile weapon category in the book.
Yeah, so I think so as well. But someone was arguing, I was like, that is literally the most insane thing I've ever heard.
Also, artillery aren't missile weapons.
So. Yeah. Yeah. But look, it's a really good list. Very, without being flippant, very standard Brett list. But yeah, that's Jack's. He'll do well with that.
Yeah.
Our next one, Mark Wilcox. See what the difference. He's got 2 units of peg, 2 units of bowman, 11s. Still 2 units of pegs. One of them's got by now Shalons.
It's the same list, isn't it?
I mean, yeah, pretty much. In fact, it's very, very, very similar.
Mm-hmm.
And I think with Bretts and Warriors, you do see that quite a bit. And that's not being disrespectful. They're good things.
Yeah.
Or so good. Why the hell wouldn't you have them in your list?
Lists that right themselves.
Aye, to a point, I think the most part of them are. But
I mean, we didn't mention that I've moved to Empire now because I'm sick of the filth.
look at you. I don't know how you dare say things, just in general. How many war wagons are you busy painting?
I've got 6.
You absolute hero. I can't wait to see it on the table, to be honest. It'll be hilarious.
So, we'll talk about this another time, but
Yeah.
I've got 3 Empire lists, and all of them are stupid.
Good.
Not good, stupid.
That's what Empire is supposed to be. Faith and steel.
Yep.
But yeah, look. Sorry, Mark. We just diverged off your list a little bit, but it does what Brett list does, and it's very similar to the other lists. It'll be very good, and it's got the capacity to do very well.
Yeah, Mark, you've just copied Jack.
yeah. And then we've got Rob and his Brett list, which is wild in many respects.
Yeah. All the ones so far have just been generic Bretts, haven't they?
Just generic Bretts, and so's this one. So we haven't come across any exiles yet.
Yeah.
And so Rob's list is Duke has got Hero Kill and Blow, Mantle of the Damsel Alina, which again I can't remember what it does, but he's got Bedazzle and Helm, so he's -1 to hit, which I do quite like. But he's only got the Duke, so no second flying Baron, no Green Knight. What the wild son of a bitch does have, though, is a level 4 wizard on a unicorn, Gauntlet of the Jewel, Illusion, Law Familiar, and Ogre Blade, which I just think is absolutely fucking hilarious.
We know from a previous tournament how this is going to go down. I also believe John Dale's coming, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, John. If it happens to you again, I don't want to be about.
I genuinely hope his wizard just runs around killing things with the Ogre Blade, to be honest. I don't think it will, but I really hope it does.
How did we in the FAQ, which we did, we go on the damsel go at the back rank?
We went. She's on a unicorn. She ain't a unit.
Oh Christ!
She's just out there by herself, being a crazy bitch.
This is a madman, I tell you.
Yeah, it's going to be brilliant.
So, Mantle of Damsel Alina, the bearer is immune to poison attack special rule.
That's right. I did, and that's why I've recognised the name, because I thought that's actually quite good. In the amount of poison that's floating around in the world, I quite like it.
So,
because the rest of the list, it stays insane, which I love, is Peasant Bowman, 21 Knights of the Realm on foot.
Come on. We're also going to see a unit that nobody's ever seen before. And it's just going to
17 Battle Pilgrims with a Grail Reliquary. Yes! Yeah. Yes!
Bretonian
lovely model.
Excellence.
Yeah. Yeah. And then only 3 pegs, which I assume are essentially just wound counters for the Duke.
Yeah. And no banner of any, very cheap pegs.
Yeah, just I actually like pegs in this way as well, to be honest, where you use them for more like what they're traditionally used for.
Yeah. And then
the one for me is this massive block of 8 Grail Knights.
This is real Bretonia. This is what we're talking about.
He does have the Falcon Horn, though, so he is also a dirty person. But the rest of the list's so wild, I'm almost going to let him off.
I'm letting this guy take the Falcon Horn because it's not just gone. I'm going to fly at you, and you can't do nothing about it. He's actually going to fight them on foot and on horse.
I mean, he's the list's brilliant. I love it. It's come through the kookiest list we've seen so far.
Mm-hmm.
And this will be Rob's second tournament, and he very much does play the game to have a good time. And I think this list, he'll have a good game. He'll have a good time with it. If that Prophetess spikes, also it'll be hilarious.
691 points in characters. I mean, that's the least we've seen so far.
It has come through the list we've seen so far in characters.
This guy's trying to play Warhammer.
He is trying to play Warhammer. Crazy son of a bitch. Poor fool. Sweet summer child.
Fingers crossed for you, Robert.
I know. We then. Oh, that was the last of the Bretts. So I mean, my favourite Brett list is clearly Rob's.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's not the list I think will do the best, however.
Yeah, I mean, this guy's going to be having a chat on the bottom tables with some guys.
He's going to have a good time, though.
But he's going to have a good time, yeah.
We then, I think, are going on to Dwarves, of which there are also a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So
And there's one in here that, oh my God.
Yeah, what's interesting, of the Dwarfs as well, there's 3 expeditionary forces, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So, without further ado, we go on to Aaron's list.
Yeah, Aaron from
and the first of said expeditionary forces. I know we're hosting it at an airport.
Mm-hmm.
Clearly, the memo got mixed up when it went out to dwarf players, and they thought, well, if that's the case,
we'll
I
just
can
fly
only
in.
take gyrocopters. Yeah.
I mean, I'm taking exception of this, right? These Doom Seekers at the bottom aren't Felix and Gortrek.
Yeah, I know, I love it. I love that. I hope he is using the Felix and Gortrek models, though, in which case I'll let him off.
Yeah.
But, I mean, the other thing is, I really like the fact that he's named characters.
Like, you know why he's done this, doesn't he? Haven't you?
Just to confuse the crap out of us.
No, he's named his characters because he's going to try to see he's a narrative player.
You think that's what he's going down with? He's going, don't worry, I've got 2, 4, 6, 8. I've got 10 scout gyrocopters.
Yeah.
9 regular gyrocopters, but it's because it's thematic, so it's okay.
2 units of 14 rangers in core. but I named my characters.
I know, yeah. Sorry, Aaron, it's not working. It's not going to cut the mustard with us. That is apps. This is good. This will cause a lot of armies a lot of problems.
Yeah, I've recently played this list. I played it. I played in a Gathering Point Games tournament. Was it last weekend or the weekend before? And I played a lad who's got this, but he had the Death Star of Thunderers. It's just horrible. There's just nothing. You're just chasing shadows all game. If you want to go at the static stuff, I mean, then ranger blocks are quite expensive, and I dare say he's going to have the characters in them. But
yeah, I imagine they'll just stay miles away and let the gyros do all the work, and only then really engage when stuff comes towards them.
Yeah, and BS4 on the Scout gyrocopters really makes a difference.
I played against this for something, not this list from Aaron, but something similar for the first time in as part of a Warhol event I'm taking part in.
Yeah,
and it's quite something to see it flying around the board. To be honest, for those people who haven't seen something like this before, I would when you're going to have an opportunity to see it several times in this event. To be honest,
because the clatter guns, the range on them, and the fact that there's so many of them. Like, everyone can roll a fireball and roll 3 instead of 12. But when you've got 4 fireballs,
yeah.
But when you've got
you got 2, 4, like I say, 10 gyrocopters, all with clatter guns. That is spicy.
Well, he's got brimstone guns on the gyros. Is that a mistake? I know the BS3, but
yeah, and they don't get the brimstone, the one that's got move and fire, so they can march and shoot as well. Or is that the clatter gun?
I think the clatter gun's the one that's only suffers the multiple shot.
Right. I mean, what it is a lot of mobile guns, and they're not easy. They're not that easy to kill either.
No, I mean, it's just getting hold of them.
And even if you've got a lot of shooting, or you say you've got a big block of shooting, all you're doing is taking out at max one of those tiny little things a turn. And actually, with the exception of the 2 big gyrocopter blocks, scout gyrocopters are cheap.
Yeah. There's normal gyrocopters, right? Brimstone gun, 5 points. Dwarf crafted, so it doesn't suffer penalties on
long range. Sorry, not long range. Standard shooting.
Multiple shots, D3+1, quick shot, strength 5.
Yeah, and the thing is with them as well, you're talking in those 2 units. There's a unit of 5 and a unit of 4, so that's a lot of D3 strength 5 shots.
Yeah.
It's the clatter gun that's got moving fire, isn't it?
Yeah,
So
and
yeah,
then
that's the first of the Air Force lists.
AP2 as well. So like he's got a bit of a choice if he wants to go armored stuff. He can use
Yeah.
the
Well,
moderns.
you might have led into this slightly before, unbeknownst to you. Here's Daniel with his dwarf list. He is also going Expeditionary Force.
This is the guy I played. I think.
He has a block of 39 Thunderers.
Yes, this is the guy I played. This is a stellar guy. He's a really nice guy. But my God, what a filth lord!
I mean, it's he's got the special character in, who's the general. He's got a runesmith with 2 runes of spell breaking for 2 no's.
Yeah,
And then he's got the like the Dirty Harry thing.
Oh, you've gone with Mike the Mountain, have you? With the fire, I like the fireball thing.
He's not he's a spicy little dude, isn't he?
I dropped him in my dwarf list because he was just underperforming for me. But
Oh, was he? It's just
I,
that's what's dice in it. It's either going to do well or it's not.
I've been having sucky dice lately.
And then again, just like Aaron's list prior, 10 scout gyrocopters with clatter guns, and then the difference there is here really is 39 thunderers.
Mm-hmm. And I tell you what they can do to a dragon is not even funny.
And I mean, to be fair, again, it's a lot of It's a lot of guns. It's a lot of guns.
Because Burlock's going in there so they don't suffer long range.
Yeah.
If you're a large target, all of them can shoot you. The expeditionary marksman, so there's something else they don't suffer.
And if you do manage to get in a combat with them, they've also got great weapons.
Mm-hmm. And they'll be, I'm pretty sure you had them 18 wide.
Or just 2 rows of 18. That's
Yeah.
that's a line hammer, is what that is. So
It was
I'm interested to see again. I'm interested to see all of these expeditionary forces in practice. To be honest, so
I'm hoping the mistake he made against me is his character positioning in the units. So I'm hoping he's listening and gets that right.
Interesting. Well, our next one is the
infamous
or famous Richie, who I think was pretty much the original OG Air Force piloter.
Yeah, I mean, he's Mr. Dowie After Dark, isn't he?
He is Mr. Dowie After Dark, the one and only. With, again, 10 scout gyrocopters and a meager 4 regular gyrocopters.
The big difference with Richie's list is the cannons and the organ guns.
I mean, the fact that it's got triple cannon, double organ gun is spicy.
Yeah, he's just spreading them about somewhere, and then he's using the gyrocopters to say, no, you're not getting there. You can charge me and I'm going to run away, or I'm going to block you.
And one of the cannons has my favourite rune in the game on.
Oh, the innovation.
Yeah. You're killing me, cannon. I'm going to blow up. Screw you. I just think it's funny. But I mean, organ guns are just good.
Yeah. I think you probably put the organ guns together with the engineer. Spread the cannons out.
And again, engineer has got
he's got
some interesting stuff. Master Rune of Dragon Slaying. What a ledge.
Yeah.
And then you've got again another gun-toting Thane who's clearly a lunatic. I'm looking forward to watching the Master in action. To be honest.
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be some carnage with some of these dwarf lists.
Oh, honestly, some of these dwarf lists are going to be absolute bedlam.
I'm very much wondering though why there's been a marked shift in the meta from the big Longbeard blocks that seemed to be dominating 2 weeks ago.
I think with dwarfs, and this is me. I haven't built my dwarf list yet. It's on me pile of shame.
Yeah.
But like, you either go expeditionary force like this, and it's almost like an avoidance dwarf list.
Yeah.
Or you go the block, and you've got your Yeet Lord with your D6 wounds.
I mean, I tried the dwarf gun line in a tournament, and it was the most boring and poor tournament experience I've had in a long time.
I think this gives you a gun line whilst still being engaging because of the gyrocopters.
Yeah.
But yeah, this will do. This should be very, very fun to watch, in my opinion. All 3 of them to see how they get on.
I'm looking forward to seeing this versus a Peg Knight list. where
Oh, I
everything's
genuinely thought you were going to say this versus another one of these lists, and we'll just
oh
watch
well.
gyrocopters flying all over the place,
Yeah,
shooting each other.
I mean the mirror match would be funny, but I think a proper peg flying list versus one of these expeditionary force lists is going to be wild. It's like Warhammer. That's like in World of Tanks, you have World of Planes.
Yeah, yeah.
Like what do we need a battlefield for? We just fly above it.
I'm going to watch what these three lists do to all the dragons at the event.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, watch the space. I say that as a dragon aficionado, as you also are, sir.
Hold on, I only ever used one dragon. I'm not a 2 dragon guy or a 4 dragon guy, or I'm just a 1.
I'm a man who enjoys a flying behemoth.
Yes, you do.
So our next dwarf list is not an expeditionary force.
This is real dwarfs.
Real dwarfs. It's got the anvil. It's got the preservation.
Yeah.
It doesn't have the strength, the toughness 10 on it though, which I actually really like on the anvil personally.
Yeah, I mean, he's just the 1 preservation just puts him at 8, isn't it?
Yeah, is that not the one? Is preservation not no multi-wound?
Oh, yes, it might be.
Which, don't get me wrong, I think is another good option. I just think toughness 10 is just so good. He has got the gun, the Dirty Harry Thane though.
Yeah.
Which you gotta love. And then the BSB with Grundy,
Yeah, he's got
Battle, Courage, Preservation. He's not on Shield Bearers though.
No, but he's probably going in the Ironbreakers.
Yeah, because then what I do really like about this, if I scroll down slightly, is double block of 20 Dwarf Warriors.
Mm-hmm.
Again, this looks like a person who's actually trying to play Warhammer.
Yeah, he's going to have his 3 blocks there. He's going to be supporting them with the Iron Drakes, the Gyrocopter, the Dirty Harry Thane, and he's just going to try to win some.
I mean, they're not going to do any. I like Iron Breakers. They just don't die.
Oh yeah, I mean a 2 up reroll. Is it? It's a 2 up rerollable, isn't it?
3. As this stands, there are 3 up rerolling 1s.
Yeah, but you can
But with the anvil, you essentially become a 2 up. He's got a singular gyro grudge thrower.
Yeah, and a single steam gun gyrocopter. Steam gun's interesting.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, flame templates are not good.
No, it's only strength 3. It's like
I suppose what it is, it's 60 points of chaff that he can just throw away and not care about.
I think the only thing that thing's doing is taking out warhounds and.
Yeah, it's there to take out chaff in it. Probably I would have thought by just charging them and hitting them with like impact hits and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, could he not have got himself another 5 to 10 points from somewhere to put a decent gun on it?
I mean, I would have thought so, but crazy son of a bitch might like it this way.
Yeah, I also think for just to have 5 Iron Drakes, Cinder Blast bombs makes them very expensive.
On a unit of 5, I agree, because both. I mean, I think the Trollhammer is outrageous.
At rolling 1s.
I mean, it does roll 1s an exceptional amount of times, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, 2 units, essentially, they're just cheaper cannons.
Mm-hmm.
But Cinder Blast does crank them up to being over 100 points.
I'm also a little bit surprised. I mean, maybe it's just not full on mental. But you could possibly have run the Iron Drakes as detachments if he's using a lot of blocks.
Can Iron Drakes be detachments?
Let me have a look.
I wasn't sure if dwarfs can, because they're not all. I don't know. But it's interesting, and it's a much more like a regular dwarf list, isn't it? This one.
Iron Drakes do have a detachment ability.
Oh, do they? Oh well.
Yeah.
Well, that is the end of our dwarfs. So there's 4 dwarfs in the event.
Yeah,
and
some wild ones.
Yeah, I mean, there's 3 mental ones, and then 1 guy just trying to play Warhammer.
It's almost like the Bretonian lineup, though, isn't it? Like loads of the standard peg lists, and the one guy who just wants to be a real Bretonian.
Yeah.
This guy wants to be a real dwarf. And he would have been, you know what? He would have been if he had named his characters.
Exactly. Learn that next for that.
Yeah.
Keep that in mind for next time. We then go into Orcs and Goblins, the antithesis of dwarfs.
Can I just
traditionally?
Can't stop laughing at this guy's name.
And what I love about this is that it's a troll horde.
It is, yeah.
And like, hats off, Blair, troll horde legend. It's got the special character in there, who I actually really I think is actually pretty decent. If you're going to run troll horde, he's actually good.
Right, I am not going to say that. I'm not going to talk about that first guy.
Ogdra's Swamp Digger.
Yeah.
Love him. But you then got, I mean, how many troll hags? 2 troll hags, both level 1s. Yep. And then you've got an orc war boss.
Yeah,
on
our
a
model.
Werven.
I don't know much about the troll hag. Like,
oh, it's essentially a better version of a giant.
Yeah.
Like, some of its special attacks are just amazing, to be honest. It's more the fact that by everyone you take lets you take more trolls in core. So the fact he's got 800 points in his core is just fantastic.
Stone River. That sounds about right, doesn't it? They're about the best ones.
Aye.
Great weapons, colour hides for the save.
I mean, you've got to give them great weapons, haven't you? I mean, they're trolls. They're not striking early. I'll be interested to see how he gets on. I like a troll horde. I don't think they're the most competitive orc and goblin option by any stretch, but I do like them. Like, I think they're cool.
No, it's probably my understanding. But where's this wizard going? Where's he going?
Oh, he's just going to stand behind a unit of trolls and hope no one flies over the top of him and shoots him.
Right.
I would imagine, because he can't join any units.
Yeah.
But he's got a giant, though, so it's fine.
Well, he's got a giant and or boss and a wyvern.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to just run at you across the board as fast as humanly possible.
He's gone for troll magic so he can get that reroll stupidity thing, can't he?
Yeah, and increasing. So he's only got 2 levels of troll magic, hasn't he? Because actually, Ogdra's is on elementalism.
Yes. You are right.
Interesting. But either way, it's going to be fun.
Elementalism and troll magic. Do they get the default spells from the troll regardless? They do, don't
they? He might have a special. I would have to double check the Arcane Journal for the special rule, to be honest. I don't know, but
what we're seeing here is 2 guys who don't play orcs.
Yeah, I mean, I've read the troll horde list and I liked it, but I've not. I've got it. I'm on my pile of shame to build.
Yeah.
But 1, 2, 3, 16 trolls, a giant, 2 troll hags.
What is your pile of shame? It sounds like a wardrobe or something.
Oh, it's a room full of stuff that isn't undead.
Right.
There's warriors in there. There's all sorts in there. Let's not scratch that itch. My wife might watch this. If she does, she needs to get painting my pile of shame.
Isn't she supposed to be painting scenery?
She's just finished the last of our scenery, to be honest.
Crack that whip.
What a hero.
All right, what we've got next then?
Next one on our next Orc and Goblin is the returning champion, the one and only Mr. David Brewis. With a meager 80 Night Goblin blob with the spider banner. 2 blocks of 30, collectively 9 fanatics, 2 units of 7 squig hoppers, double doom diver, and then a whole load of wizards.
Mm-hmm. And he's on the high because he won a sportsmanship award or something crazy like that.
I don't understand what sort of madman voted for this guy to have best sportsman.
Yeah.
Madman. I mean, to be fair, David is genuinely lovely, but his list is actually toxic.
Yeah.
And I say that with love, Dave, with love.
Yeah.
But you're a bad human.
I mean, I was going to give a description there, but it's just not. It's not right for.
It's just not PC now.
Yeah, it's not right for. No, you're right. He is a great guy.
He's a genuinely good guy, but like, this list it's going to do well, and it's awful.
He reminds us every time what I said to him the first time I bumped into him at a tournament at Newcastle, which was, "If I face you, I'm going home."
I'm out of here. I'm just leaving.
Just packing up and going home.
The other thing as well with this list, like, Dave plays it really, really well. Like, he knows this list inside and out. He's a bloody good player.
Yeah, but he hasn't played anything else, has he?
He's dabbled. He's a dabbler.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, to be fair, he's such a bad person. The other list he plays as Mortuary Cult, so he's clearly a bad person.
Yeah. Yeah, he wants to do the Tokyo Drift.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll do well. The next one we've got is David
David
Hiscox in
Hiscox.
his Orc and Goblin list. A much like he's got double. Has he got double Werven? No.
I think this is the guy I played at the last event.
He's got the Black Orc on
Yeah.
his Werven with his Trollhide trousers, the Tasman protection. He's gone headbutt and hat, which I quite like for an impact hit, and great weapon. Like he's a bit of a tank.
Yeah, he's going to put one of the big bosses in the Ball Boys.
Yeah, sorry. So this is a Nomadic War list, and it's one of two Nomadic War lists where actually like it's quite popular this time around, which is cool. Like Black Orc chariots, yeah, like a big block of biggins.
Yeah, it's a nice chariot, the Black Orc chariot.
I rate it.
The wolf chariots are very mobile. However, they've got impetuous, haven't they?
Yes.
Which is wild. Because you can keep them miles away, but you just bait them so easily.
Has one of the characters got the Thinking Orcs hat or not?
The Thinking
Orcs not seeing
it. Headbutt that.
No,
I can't see it.
Because that means everything in that army except the Black Orcs effectively are impetuous.
Are Ball Boys impetuous?
I think they are.
Ooh.
That's why you normally give them the Thinking Orcs hat. I'm sure they're impetuous.
Right. I mean,
this guy actually doesn't give a shit.
He's got bosses with headbutt nats and all that. So
he's charging regardless.
Yeah, he does. He's not even going to take the roll.
He's not interested. He's not interested.
It's going to be like, I've got to roll a 1 to 3 on a d6. No, I don't.
I'm not going to roll. I'm just going to charge.
1 to 6. I'm coming.
Yeah, it's a big charge. I don't give a shit. I'm charging regardless.
Yeah.
Well, then we come on to Liam, who is also Nomadic War.
Yep.
He's also got the. He's not gone Black Orc Chariot, so he's just gone regular Orc Warboss on a Werven. A second Orc Warboss on a Werven.
Level 4.
The BSB with the Spider Banner. So his blob has got. I say blob. It's a relative. It's a big blob of 14, 13 Black Orcs. Sorry, Orc Boars. By the time you put a character into it.
Do you not think he's going to go in the 15? Or
the 15. Sorry, yeah. So it goes up to 16 with him in on
2
poison.
rows of 8. Yeah, 2 rows of 8 then.
It's got the big red rowdy flag as well, which is just such a good banner. +1 weapon skill, +1 combat res.
Think so.
Yeah, it's good. A couple of single chariots, which I like. To be honest, I like them. Like 53 points of throwaway.
Yeah,
like they're good chaff, and they'll kill all that chaff a lot of the time.
Yeah, I mean, if they can charge dogs and war machines and stuff like that, they'll normally do the job.
Oh yeah, and then after that, other than the chariots, you've got effectively 3 big blocks of Orc Boars and 2 flying monsters.
2 flying Wyverns, 3 big blocks of Orc Boys, and 2 chariots just to do some mopping up.
Yeah,
it's fast.
It's fast, and it does what it's an Orc. It's a Nomadic War list. It also is beautiful. Like I've seen this army, the paint job on it is very, very nice.
Yeah.
And Liam's a crazy son of a bitch, so
that's what we love.
And that's the end of the Orcs and Goblins, and we then come on to Vampires and
Charlie,
who came second to Mr. Brewis at our last event.
Yeah. Nice.
And his very well refined vampire list.
Yeah. I mean, he hangs around with Pash a lot, but he still manages to be nice.
Charlie has it. I've got this theory that Charlie's actually the worst human on the planet, but because he's got such a lovely smile, people just accept it, and he's like, Charlie's lovely. Because he just smiles at people, and what you don't realise is that he's actually brutalising you horribly, but because he just smiles so much, you're like, that guy's lovely. Guy's lovely.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? I like this list a bit. Triple Scream.
He hasn't gone all in on the Scream. It actually does more than just that.
Yeah. But he's obviously gone for the Grave Guard, who are going to be doing God's work.
I mean, the fact that the 26 Great Weapon Grave Guard are going to put the hurt on.
Knocking off Banner, Obsidian Lodestone for the MR. The BSB's going in there. But a Black Coach.
I love a black coach, you know.
They
Like,
tech them.
T6 ethereal flying. It's a real threat that you can't ignore, and I actually rate hex wraiths as well.
Yeah, and I mean he's got the fact. So he's got like a very static part of his list, and then he's got a very mobile part.
Yeah, it lets him answer things in just so many different ways.
Because I'm sure the Fellbatons, they don't suffer from the can't march.
No, because they're flying. So if you can,
Yeah.
with your fly, you can march. So you can really get them in people's way.
Yeah, and the black coach is a flyer as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it is when it's ethereal.
Right. Yeah,
which it will be.
And the hex wraiths are flyers.
Yep.
So yeah, he's got a very mobile second part of that list.
Yeah. He plays dark magic on his Mortis engine as well, which is interesting. It's so you can buff the Graveguard, etc.
Yeah. Dark magic's got the frenzy hatred spell in it, isn't it? Yeah, that's you don't want to be going into 26 Graveguard.
You don't. No, you don't. There's not a lot that wants to go into 26 Graveguard, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because that's going to hurt a lot. But and Charlie again, he pilots this list with incredible skill. Like he's a very, very good player. He'll do this list will be one to beat if you want to win the event.
I mean, it has to be said that this event, again, I didn't have much to do with the setting up of it and all that, but it's brought together I think there's only about 2 or 3 of the best players in the country that aren't going to be there.
You know, we have an incredible field this time, and I think you're right. With the exception of a couple of some of the big names who've won some big events, etc.
Yeah,
there's a lot of very good players at this event.
Mm-hmm. It's that them top tables are going to be absolute.
It's going to be very challenging, I think, at that top end.
I mean, I'm coming for a few hours both days because Saturday I've got to work, so I can't play. I know. But I'm going to come and sit and just watch.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be really interesting. We then have our second vampire list, which is Tony.
Yeah, and Tony will be bringing the screams because
Tony will be bringing the screams.
If there's one thing Tony
he's not messing about. 6 screams and lots of zombies.
Yeah.
What I do like that he's done, to be fair, because of our scenario, he does have 2 blocks of 10 skeletons, which I like as well, actually.
He's popped the standards in the 2 of the zombies. But
bit of combat res. I normally run mine with a standard in as well, to be honest, because they don't normally die.
And so what? If you give you 50 points away, people are going to work for it.
Aye. I mean, by the time you've got 2 wizards, both res and zombie blocks, it doesn't take long to get them to good sizes. Also 2 units of Fellbats, and I think Fellbats are good tech.
Yeah. Actually, it's 5 screams, isn't it? It's double Mortis engine.
6 screams.
Ooh, I went the 6th.
Double Terrorgeist, double Banshee, double Mortis engine.
I've only got 5 fingers. That's why I couldn't get a 6.
Honestly, I don't know how Tony sleeps at night. I, for one, have definitely never ran this list of people.
You have.
I definitely have. It was really fun. Yeah. I mean, not for my opponent, but for me, I had a really good time.
You know, my first ever game of Warhammer, The Old World, was practically against a list like this.
I mean, it's a bloody... There's no getting away from it. This is a very good list. It matches into some things much better than other things. But if you get favourable draws, it's really good at things like Warriors of Chaos.
Yeah.
Because you've got...
A lot of stuff hasn't got leadership in there.
Like anything that runs like MSU, it's amazing at killing. Because 1 or 2 screams, you're just wiping things out.
Well, the one thing a warrior list doesn't have is a great pool of wounds. I actually think
VC tech into warriors very strongly. So yeah, only 2 VC, but both very good lists. We then have our Chaos Dwarfs. We've got 2 of these bad boys as well.
Kind of my weakness, Chaos Dwarfs. I've never, I've played them once, ever in like.
Oh really?
Edition. I've played them once. I just don't really understand a lot about them.
So this first one is Chris. He is one of my pals. We used to play Warhammer together back in 6th edition. He's just getting back into the hobby.
The one thing I do know is Iron Demons are good.
They are good. This is a bit unusual because it doesn't have the Black Orc in it.
Yeah.
It's just got double Sorcerer Prophet. which I like anyway, to be honest.
It's
The
a lot
level
of points.
3. Sorry, Miko.
It's a lot of points, them two social profits.
Aye. All the points are in those two, and then the 2 Iron Demons.
Yeah.
They're just hard to kill. Both characters are T6 on flying monsters, and the Iron Demons are T7.
Right. And do you think he's put the Iron Demons on 25mm bases or proper ones?
Oh no, this is my army. They're on the right size base.
Right. Okay.
The only thing that's not is technically the Hobgoblins. They're on base extenders. So please don't criticise the army. It's mine.
Right. it'll look gorgeous in that case, then.
It would, but it's nice.
Yeah.
I think Chaos Dwarfs they've got, again, I think they've got matchups where they'll get bummed, as in Screams. I think Screams ruin their day. But it's just 4 big things that you need to try to kill.
While a load of chaff just tries to spoil your day.
Yeah, like it's just then 20 Hobgoblins shooting at you, and a couple of units of Infernal Guard just plodding around, hopefully holding objectives.
Mm-hmm.
Popping
bombs on people.
Yeah. And what's hilarious that one of the champions blows up when you kill him, which I just think's funny. No, it's a good mobile list in many respects. And I'm sure it's Chris's first tournament in Old World. I'm sure he'll have a good time with it.
Yeah.
And then we have Rich, the second Rich. This is the Scottish Rich.
Right.
Coming down from Inverness with a arguably nastier Chaos Dwarf list because it has the Black Orc on a Werven, who is just... I like this build. Trollhide trousers, full plate, shields. He's on a 2-up for shooting and a 3-up in combat.
Mm-hmm.
Great weapon. He's got regen. Doesn't have a ward save, but he does have the effigy of Mork for -1 to hit in combat.
Yeah.
Like, he's weapon skill 7. So even your Brett Lords and Warrior Lords, unless you get your weapon skill boost, are going to hit him on a 5.
Oh, yeah, I mean, basically, all of the good heroes are weapon skill 7. Elves, dwarves. So -1 to hit, putting you on 5s. Even if you've got 5 attacks like a Chaos Lord, you're looking only like 2 hits.
It's going to be a tough one, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think the build's a really good build. Like, to be honest, it caught me out at the Essex event I went to. It's good. I relatively underestimated one of the games.
Strength 7 with a great weapon, aren't they? Black Orc War Boss.
Yeah.
So that's pretty choppy.
Oh yeah, he'll do some hurt because he won't take many wounds and he'll do some hurt.
Yeah.
And then double Iron Demon. I mean, 18 Black Orcs aren't bad even in and of themselves because he's got half with shields, half with great weapons, which I think's a nice combo, and the red raggedy flag, so they're weapon skill 5.
Has he gone for the combination that maxes out the armor save? Has he?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Which is Motley Crew, man. When you want to play around with it, it's nasty, isn't it?
It's how to have all your cakes and eat them.
It is, and we love a cake.
Yeah.
So that's Chaos Dwarfs. We then move on to everyone's favourite army, Tomb Kings.
My next army.
Because you're a good guy. Good guys play Tomb Kings. Nice people play Tomb Kings.
Yeah. So, Mortuary Cult is this one?
Yes. Mortuary Cult. We've got 2. I think we've got 2 Mortuary Cult and 2 regular Tomb Kings. So, nice to see a mix.
Mm-hmm. And I'll give him his dues. He hasn't gone crazy skeletons. 30.
He's only got 30.
Yeah, that's like somebody sent us a screenshot the other day of a Mortuary Cult on Mortuary Cult list, and it's just these 2 blocks of like 80 skeletons fighting each other.
They're just standing exactly 31 inches away from each other, so that even though you sharply can't shoot, and they're just saying, "We'll just call it a 10-10."
They've got into combat. That's the best part of it. It's actually the fighting.
Really?
Yeah.
Get in. But yeah, he's got level 4 on illusion with the ruby ring, a level 1 on elementalism with Amulet of the Serpent for poison, and a level 2 with Law Familiar and elementalism, so he's guaranteeing plague and TMP.
Yeah.
I think it's risky having your level 4 an illusion without Lore Familiar, but I absolutely know why he's done it, because he needs Lore Familiar for elementalism.
Mm-hmm.
And you're just hoping you roll Mirage, which is what you really care about.
I mean, Crystal is a good backup. But
oh, yeah. I mean, Crystal's a great spell. And Mirage, that's what you're looking for in this list, isn't it? And I mean,
I think where Crystal's got the edge is obviously you've got to do Mirage as a hex, haven't you?
Yeah.
You've got to do it straight up at the front. Whereas Crystal, you can fire at them.
The issue with Crystal is it's only 9 inches and it can get dispelled.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's a 10 plus. It's not an easy dispel.
But it's the fact that you can fire all your stuff and then put it down.
Yes. Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Like, we're splitting hairs over 2 very good spells in the game. Then got 5 Ushabti core, only 4 Ushabti special, so the Amiga 9 Ushabti with bows.
This is just doing my OCD. This when come on, not everyone. Let's just balance it out. Let's just go the same numbers.
It's going to ruin you looking at that, isn't it? Like, why is one bigger than the other one?
I know.
I'm like that. I must admit, I have to make my units roughly the same where possible. Or I go 6 and 2 4s. Mm-hmm. 2 Tomb Scorpions, both ambushes, both terrors below. I think, yep, absolutely. And then he's got 1 Necro Sphinx and the casket. Sorry, double Necro Sphinx and the casket.
Yeah, 1 special, 1 rare.
1 special, 1 rare. Yeah. And I know against a shooting list, it potentially gives points away with Necro Sphinxes. I think what it does, though, it gives Tomb Kings what they don't have. Sorry, Mortal Cut what they don't have, which is an opportunity to chase down
stuff.
Yeah.
I must admit, I think I would have had the 5 Ushabtian special and double casket if I was going on that list.
Double casket, eh?
Yeah, double casket.
I've tried double casket a few times, actually. It pretty much guarantees you can have like the protection up, which is the one that you really care about. Yeah. And then once you get 1 with that up, then you can just feel free to try to light the death stuff.
Yeah.
But it's an interesting list. I think it's it's more trickle, so it could do well.
Yeah.
Our next one is Craig, who's came to our last event. It was his first ever event,
and he's returning for this one
with a much fluffier Tomb King list. He's back with Tomb Kings with a much less fluffy list for his second event.
Yeah, he's obviously up the Skeleton Archers.
I mean, heroes take blocks of 74 Skeleton Archers with a poison dude in it. Heroes.
That must mean you've done it then.
That's what I just spent the weekend doing, to be honest. I spent the last 2 events running 74 Skeleton Archers.
Have you just sent me your list, have you? Because I can see the Sepulchral Starkers as well.
Yeah, it's similar to my list. It's not quite the same. So he's got the King, which with the build, the Bone Dragon, TOP, Armor of Ages sort of mate. What he's done differently is he's got his Amulet Servant on a level 4 on foot with Lore Familiar and Elementalism. So he's guaranteeing Plague, Rust. Plague of Rust is guaranteeing TMP, Cheeky Wind Blast, and the other one that you take on the 4.
You think 3 is enough swarms?
Well, you can't sacrifice any points, so the 3 spawns is so you can take, I would imagine, the command and control objective, because it's the only thing that can fit in it in this army.
All right. Yeah.
Otherwise, double Scorpion, double Necrosphinx. So I imagine you'll play this like the King and 2 Necrosphinxes play essentially one game by themselves.
Yeah.
And the High Priest with his block of archers play like a completely different game.
Yeah. With the Stalkers and the Tomb Scorpions just they mess things about.
And because they can he's got 4 ambushers, so again he's only got 1, 2, 3, 4 drops including characters.
Did the Tomb Swarms come with ambushes? Was he actually bought it for them?
He's bought them. Yeah, he's bought it. I like it with ambush, to be honest, because it's still. How many is there? 3. It's 15 wounds to kill, and against war machines, if you're playing a war machine list or another static list that can come on.
What's the range you can kill them from, though? Isn't it 12 inches or something?
This list can't. It's only Mortal Cut that can sacrifice them.
Right. This isn't mortuary cult.
No, this is just a regular Tomb King list. What good guys play.
Well, it's past 9 o'clock. That's why it's my bedtime. You see, so that's why it's starting to drop the ball a bit.
It's even earlier than my bedtime.
Right, I get you now.
So our next one is the second mortuary cult list, and is the one and only Mr. John Dale.
Yeah, the Filth Meister himself.
This one, like, to be fair to John, is a very different list to his regular Tomb King, his regular mortuary cult list. This is a bit of an amalgamation of things for him. So he's
gone back to.
Sorry,
he's gone back to Tomb Kings after playing the Undead, what they call
the Wet Dead.
Counts. Well, he played Vampire Counts last up here.
Yeah, he did. He played them at Durham, didn't he?
Yeah. So he's gone back to his first love.
Yep. He's level 4 on a steed, ruby ring on elementalism. I think that's his kind of pretty standard build. He's then got a new introduction for him. He's dipping into the world of dragons. A level 3 with Law Familiar on illusion, serpent staff, TOP on the dragon.
Yeah.
Good build. He'll take Spectral Doppelganger, I would imagine Glitter and Robe, and probably Mirage would be the 3 I'd be taking. And then he's level 2, Amulet of the Serpent, also an Elementalism, Battlestar Bearer, going into the
straight into 41 scales.
Straight into those archers. It's a good size block of archers. Yeah. So I mean, he's got 5, but none in special. So with the dragon, you've got to drop something, haven't you?
Yeah, you've got to. Yeah, you've just run out of points, and he's got love for the skeletal horse archers.
I'm with John on this one. I actually think they're really, really powerful pieces for they're so mobile.
That's really why he's taking 7 in and out all the time with the reserve move.
Yeah, exactly. And then double Necrosphinx as well. So again, I think it's got a lot of range attacking because of the archers and the Ushapti and the horse archers, and then it's got 3 flying behemoths. Which I think again they can hunt the things down that the rest of the list can't. Because the thing with mortuary cult, isn't it? You can run away from it a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Because it's so static. Whereas I think this sort of adjusted list, it'll be interesting to see how he does it. I think it's got the capacity to do well. And obviously John is an incredibly good player.
Yeah, I think a lot of mortuary cult players have probably sat down for things get away from us. What do we do? Do we just sacrifice 30 of our skeletons to start getting some mobility? So we can run stuff down. And I think now we're starting to see these mixed lists where they've got a mobile section and a static section. Same with the vampire counts. Quite a few of them had a mobile section and static section.
I think it's that kind of more like the combined arms feel to it, isn't it?
Yeah, the hammer and the anvil. You've got both.
Yeah, agreed. And then our last one takes us on to another Grand Army list. This is Matt, who I've met at multiple events. He's a genuinely good guy. He's obviously a bad person because he's obviously a hero. Sorry, because he plays Tomb Kings. Sorry, Freudian slip there. He's obviously a good guy because he plays Tomb Kings.
27 Tomb God.
Yeah, again, he's got his king build is ever slightly different. He goes Bite and Blade instead of Sword of Might. His level 4 is the same as Craig had. Amulet of the Serpent, Warden Splint, Law Familiar on Elementalism. He's also got a Burning Blade, obviously been caught out by the Green Knights of the world.
Yeah, just get that cheap magic weapon in there.
Yeah. For 5 points, I quite like it,
And Necrotech as well.
You don't see them very often, but I think it's quite a nice little way to have someone carrying the Ruby Ring. And if you're running Tomb Guard, it synergizes.
And again, Burning Blades so they can challenge out anything ethereal.
Yeah, I like it. And then Royal Herald, which I also like. Banner of the Desert Wind for Vanguard and Reserve move, which it just keeps them moving as well, which I really like. Yeah. And Army Meet Eric Iron, I think it's a good magic item.
It's 5 up save, isn't it?
5 up save, that doesn't take AP. Yeah. It's almost a ward.
Pretty much is a ward, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you do that in TOP, you just double ward.
Yeah, fundamentally. And then you've got 29 archers, so not the biggest block by any stretch we've seen.
Yeah.
27 Tomb God with Phalanx, though I do like, because they just don't go anywhere. Icon of the Sacred Eye for the +1 weapon skill. I think you've got to, with Tomb God, you've got to get the weapon skill 4.
Another champion with burning blades. This guy has been derailed at some point.
He
Hasn't
loves it. Halbards, so strength 5, solid, decent.
Strength 4 star. Yeah, I mean these are like the Chaos Warriors that Chaos Warrior should be.
Yeah, and I think with some objectives as well, similar to sort of Charlie's list when we talk about the 27 Graveguard, they don't have quite the damage output that they have.
Yeah,
but 27 Tomb Guard with halbards are not to be sniffed at either.
I was sticking around.
Oh, aye. Tomb Scorpion, double Necrosphinx. I mean, who doesn't love 3 flying behemoths?
I mean, again, it seems to be at the moment when you open up a new recruit, it should just put 2 Necrosphinxes in your
It
list.
absolutely should. It's just an auto win. They're just for sub 200 points. I think I'd argue that they're up there with the Chaos Spawn as one of the best non-character.
Yeah, these are the original Chaos Spawns, aren't they?
Yeah,
Except the fly.
The beauty of these is that the fly. Yeah, agreed. That said, the random movement is so broken sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, flying's great because it gets rid of a lot of the undead hang-ups.
Yeah.
You march all the time, you can get a decent distance and stuff like that. They've got Indomitable, don't they?
Indomitable 2 as well, so actually you can throw them into stuff comfortably. Yeah. Like, they're T6, they're 6 wounds. The only downside on them is that they're only strength 5.
Yeah. It's the same with the tree men, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, that said, again, Matt is a good player. He knows how to use the list, and it's a solid all-round list. Tomb Guard, very different though. I like it. And he tends to use Tomb Guard, and he does well with them. So I think
I like anybody who basically goes against the grain, who wants to try something that isn't just. We've seen a lot of what we would call just generic lists in there. A lot of like lists that write themselves. I like these ones where there's a bit of a left field.
Yeah, and I think it's the left field list that often, or the trigger point that moves the meta a little bit as well, isn't it?
Because people go, "Oh my god, look what they've done to us! Why have other people?"
That worked. I wonder if I could do something similar.
Yeah.
And that's the last of our Tomb Kings, and we move on to Wood Elves, of which I think there's 3 or 4, if memory serves.
Oh my
Wood Elves,
goodness.
3.
This is a great man.
You'll start to see, again, much like some of our other lists, we talk about some similarities in this, and the fact that we've got the Glade Lord on a dragon, Talisman of Protection. He's got an armor meteor aim. Again, just what we talked about before. Great magic item.
Yeah, I mean, he's just a great Wood Elf Lord for under 500 points.
Oh, I think for under 500 points, he's right up there as one of the best builds.
If he can get that challenge off, can be 6s to hit.
And this one's got Resplendence of Luminescence, which is built-in magical attacks.
Yeah.
Which I just think is very good. Again, there is no Green Knight in the event, which is mental. But in a world where the Green Knight and ethereal things exist, I think this is a really good answer to them.
I mean, that's probably caught a few people out, to be honest.
Aye.
So, what level 4 spell weaver, Oaken Stave? What an item the Oaken Stave is. It's like the puppet of the Wood Elf.
Yeah, the broken stave.
Yeah.
And then another level 2 on element on battle.
Yeah.
10 glade, both with Hagbane, of course. Poison. Why the hell wouldn't you?
And
double 6 glade riders.
Yeah, more poison.
Yep, and reserve move. Love it.
I mean, these
11 dryads. That's a bit different.
Yeah, it's a strange number, 11 as well.
And then 8 Tree King.
Yeah, that's a block.
That's a block.
Mm-hmm. However, Tree King really annoy me, but again, just being strength 4 and no real armor piercing.
They might have. Have they got armor being 1 possibly? But
they've got armor being.
It's the lack of AP that does for them for me.
Mm-hmm. And it carries through with like even the dryads. They're back down to strength 3 now. I don't think they have the double attacks anymore.
No, yeah, they're not great. That said, for our comp, they're good for grabbing objectives.
Yeah, they've got stubborn, so they're hard to shift.
But I do think a block of 8 Tree King, a lot of people will look at that and be like, "Oh, how do I kill that?"
Because in my forest spirit list, I'm now running dryads as open order. I've sacked off skirmish with them.
Or have you? Just
Yeah.
canned it off.
Yeah, and they're surprisingly good. Like just like 12 or 14 of them.
Yeah.
Just to hold things up while you get the tree men in the side of the tree in.
Aye.
It's a reliable thing for someone to charge, where you know that they probably won't kill them all, and you can just set up the charges for the next turn.
Which is what's all about us sometimes, isn't it?
I
Our
love Blade
second
Riders.
one
Yeah.
is Keith Oliver. So again, an incredibly, and when I say incredibly similar Glade Lord, it's the same Glade Lord.
Yeah. Ooh, look at this fella.
Shadow Dancer.
Spear of Loek.
What a ledge.
Yeah.
Spear of Loek's quite a wild item, really, isn't it? Like, is it AP3 with Kill and Blow? Something crazy like that. It's good.
Is it not the one that wounds on threes?
Wounded on threes. Sorry, always wounds on a 3, isn't it? Yeah, sorry, yeah.
I mean, this guy is amazing, but you'll just get shot before he gets in.
Oh, yeah, he's going to die horribly, obviously.
I mean, there must be a bunker for him somewhere, is there? Is there any war dancers? No.
Nah, he's by himself. Guy's an absolute ledge.
Yeah, guy in pajamas. Yeah, guy in pajamas just running around with a spear.
Yeah. I mean, there's 5 Glade guards. Can he join them?
Nope.
No.
Well,
technically he could, but
I don't think he has Loner.
Oh, does he? Legend.
Yeah, I think the Shadow Dancer characters have.
Yeah, so you can only join War Dancers, can't you?
Yeah.
Then a Spell Weaver with the stave, Ruby Ring, Lodestone, solid. On Elementalism.
All the Hagbane tips are coming out.
There's not as many as he's got. 15 scouts with Hagbane, yeah. 5 regular Glade Guard Hagbane, 9 big block Glade Riders.
Yeah, there's got to be a wizard going in there, isn't there?
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. That's definitely where the Spell Weaver's going.
Yeah, Atrican again. Is this the new tech?
It's clearly it's something. It'd be interesting to see how they do them. If there's 2 out of the 3 running it, it'll be interesting to see how they get on.
And then some Wild Riders, but with no banner and war banner.
Yeah, because I've got fond memories of them from back in the day. I want Wild Riders to be good.
Mm-hmm. No, they're good.
I just don't think they are, though. You know,
they're good. They just can't be hit back if you don't kill everything.
Oh yeah. I suppose that's always been their case. I suppose, hasn't it?
Yeah, that's what they are. They're just the ultimate glass missile.
Oh, sorry. There's 4 Wood Elves. Sorry, my apologies.
Oh, poor Kieran.
Wood Elf players out there.
Yeah.
Kieran with the exact same Lord build.
It's the same list, isn't it?
It is the same list. If I copied it in twice. Oh, I might have done something wrong here, so apologies if that's wrong. I'm just going to slide over it in case I've done something horribly wrong. or I haven't done anything wrong, and they are playing the same list, but maybe he's in my befuddlement on Friday night whilst in Nottingham.
Yeah,
I've copied the list wrong. So maybe there's something wrong there. But then we'll go on to Scott, who was making the drive up from Essex, which we appreciate tremendously. And his Glade Lord's different.
He's going to shoot.
He's got some arrows as well, so he's 6 points more. Otherwise, he's the same.
Oh, look at this Power Scroll Wizard.
I like that. Yeah.
He's got
on Battle Magic.
Assembly's Bane.
He's going for the Arcane Urgency double mover dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah, he does. He wants that dragon behind lines.
Oh yeah, yes he does. Wizards on a horsey, and he's got a level 2 also on a horsey, also with a power scroll.
Yep.
More familiar elementalism.
Our first showing of Sisters of the Fawn. Now that they've nerfed.
I still think there's with our FAQ saying they can select a signature spell.
Yeah.
I still think they're not bad. I still think they're a good unit. They're still strength, so they're still got a 4 ward. Javelins are still good, and you can still roll a good item. Like Battle Magic is still a good law.
Yeah, but there are some decent spells in signature. It hasn't Demonology got the?
Can they not only take battle?
Oh, I don't know. Let me have a look here.
But even if that's the case, like their signature then is Hammerhand, which means actually go into
Though
combat because they've got cav spears.
they can definitely take other laws, because I used to run mine with Wind Blast, which is elementalism.
Nice. Elementalism.
Yeah, because they always seem to find themselves at the end of the board, and I always used to try to Wind Blast people off the edge.
The issue if you go elementalism, you have to take what you roll because the signature is absolutely dog shit.
Yeah, so let me have a look here. Sisters of Fawn. What spell list can they have?
Maybe I only thought they could take battle because that's all anyone ever takes on them because they used to be able to pick Pillar of Fire.
Oh yeah, I mean they did fall into that.
Or actually, Fireball. I actually think was just as good with them. To be honest, a lot of the time, depending on what you were playing.
But you can't pick Fireball. Well, it's not a signature now, so
no. All I'm saying when they could pick.
Yeah.
That was the other thing I saw people running with, which I liked.
I'm trying to find here where the spell laws are. I'm feeling miserably.
Yeah. But what I like, Scott's got 2 units of... Everything's got Hagbane, just like the other lists, but he's got Fire and Flee on his foot troops, which I quite like.
Yeah.
Again, then, Glade Riders, Scouts, Wild Riders. I'm not sold on Wild Riders, so we'll see how they get on.
Yeah, I mean, as I said last time, the ultimate glass cannon.
Yeah.
So they can take battle magic or elementalism.
Ah, right, okay. I think because now that you can't pick, I think you go battle every time.
Yeah, and try to get either the pillar or the fireball.
Yeah, and if not, you default to hammer hand, and actually, you just then charge into combat, and they just beat up other little units.
Yeah.
Because the hammer hand, what is it? 2d3 strength, 4 AP 3?
2. AP 2.
It's not to be sniffed at. To be fair, is it?
Yeah, it's
not bad. It's not bad.
Yeah.
It's not one of your best spells in the lore, but it's certainly not bad.
Yeah, because auto hits, it's all right.
Yeah. We then go on to Gary, who's also coming down from the Inverness area, and has taken what can only be described as a genuinely themed Dark Elf list. And what you'll see in there's no dragon.
Dreadlord on a cold one. 14 Black God. Black God of Nagaroth. 6 cold one knights. 40.
There's not even a Dark Peg.
Yeah,
this is a proper Warhammer army. Sorry, bless you. But like,
you know, if there was Hydras in that would be like Dark Elves of Old.
Honestly, like Lord on a cold one, I love like Executor's Axe, Talisman of Protection, Death Hag, cool. Sorceress level 4 on foot. Ruby Ring, she's got the pendant for the better ward save. Dark Riders, 2 blocks of 10 crossbowmen, 6 cool one, the Black Audit you said, and then Scourge Runners. I just think this is a genuinely themed, what I would call a pleasant list.
Yeah.
And I feel bad saying pleasant and Dark Elves in the same sort of sentence.
Well, it's just because obviously there's some people out there, Ed, who just double dragoned it, didn't they?
It's more because it's probably mainly because they're paying for the sins of the past, where Dark Elves were just horrific.
Oh, they were back in 7th edition, they were just so mobile. You were just chasing shadows all game.
7th and 8th, they were just awful.
Yeah,
like awful, powerful, not awful bad. But I hope Gary does well with this because it has none of the things in there that you associate with the current meta.
Yeah. I've never met Gary, but I think Gary's going to be playing with some of the mid-table players. And
he's a really good guy. He's a good player, but he's taken a list that does not. It doesn't play into the meta, and honestly, hats off to him. That's a really nice list.
I just really can't see where he's getting these big damage from.
Yeah, that's the problem. And then maybe a more what you call traditional Dark Elf list from Ian. He does have a dragon
and a manticore.
And then his wizard is on a dark steed. Crossbow, Dark Riders,
Well, insert wizards. Yeah.
It does a lot of things you'd expect Dark Elves to do. If anything, less. The big surprise there for me is the High Beastmaster.
Yeah. I mean, he's just.
He's not bad.
He's just an ascended some light stuff, isn't he?
Yeah. I mean, it's not bad. He's going to do pretty well. He's still a dark elf on a monster.
Yep. He's
Um,
talisman of protection, sea dragon cloak, so he's got reasonable armor saves.
yeah. I
Um,
just think if you're going to go,
I just think he plays a flank, doesn't he?
yeah, I think the competitive dark elf build is the dragon, and it's the wizards, multiple wizards on battle magic.
Or the dark elf dreadlord on a dragon isn't necessarily the match of a high elf or a chaos lord, but in put the other guy in there for a bit more
Yeah, a bit
combat
more hit as
range.
well. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Well, it'll probably end up a challenge, but if he's in there, he's another close order, isn't he?
yeah, exactly. I think that's probably what you'll see. But yeah, it's interesting. It's different.
But both of them charge a block.
Aye. We then go into the real heroes of the
Yes.
old world, Empire of Man.
These are the real generals.
The real heroes. And
Yeah.
would you believe we've got 3 Empire lists here?
And why
And this
wouldn't you?
this one's already cool because it's got a Hellblaster, a steam tank, and double cannon.
Yeah.
4 demis, a block of 20 vets, state troops, some knights, a level 4 battle magic, a Grandmaster on a demi, and then an engineer to stand beside the Hellblaster.
He's managed to make that block of 20 troops look expensive.
Yeah. I don't think it's big enough. Like, if you're going to go big block, I think you just drop the 11 missile troops and just go 30 on the veteran.
He's hung up with all 6 and 7 edition. It was always 20 troops. Like
Yeah.
every block was 20.
It was 20. That's how big they were.
When 8 came out, that forced people to go to double. It was 40s.
Yeah.
So
I think for me, the Empire, that's veterans troops should be 30 probably, personally.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion. I always hope anybody who plays Empire does well, to be honest, because I think they're playing a much harder version of Warhammer than many other people are playing.
Definitely. And he's gone for a decent sized block of the Demigriff Knights.
Yeah, I mean, the Grandmaster will go in there. 5 demis is big.
I'm failing to see why he hasn't terrored them with a banner.
I like putting the terror one onto the champion to make them. I just think, again, it just puts the pressure on to try to see if you can pass a terror test.
Yeah, I mean, he's got twice blessed armor. He's got the ogre blade, so he's going to be doing choppy.
Yeah,
but yeah, having the terror in there and Ring of Tall, that's the
gives a hammer hand, doesn't it, or something like that?
Yeah.
Which I like. Again, I like on that.
I do like it, but I also like the one that gives you the reroll Swift Stride.
Agreed. I think the Grandmaster is a nice build on a demi ogre blade with twice blessed armor. I just like it.
Yeah.
Hopefully it does well. I hope all the Empire guys do well.
Yeah. Is that Wizard Lord on foot?
He is on foot. He'll be in the block. Oh, he might be in the missile troops, I suppose, but I like him bunkered in. I like archers for bunkering him in.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. Our next one is Owen, who I had the pleasure of meeting in person this last weekend, actually, at the event I was at.
Yeah.
Lovely guy. Also a hero, because he's named his characters.
Yeah.
Definitely get away with it with Empire.
Actual narrative gamer.
Well, he plays Empire, so he actually plays a narrative version of Warhammer because he's not playing warriors or Bretts or undead.
Mm-hmm. Oh, hold on a second. This looks very much like the list I'm playing at the moment.
Is it?
Yeah.
I like this. He's got 2 different characters, and then the units are named after said characters as well. Yeah. Which so you've got the general on a griffin, white cloak, healing potion, great weapon. I mean, the fact he's on a griffin is heroic.
Yeah, why not an Imperial Griffin?
Yeah, I agree with that because Imperial Griffin's a behemoth and the regular one's not.
Yeah, I mean, he gets the 360, doesn't he? Because it's a monstrous cavalry.
Is it not a monstrous creature which doesn't give you? You've got to be cav.
Let me have a check.
Then the Wizard Lord on a peg, though. I like it. Talisman of Protection. So both these characters got a 5-up ward. Law Familiar. Wizard's Familiar for extra spell. Or whatever it does. Actually, it's not that. On battle, you want to pick a spell, so he's going Fireball, he's going Pillar, He's going arcane urgency, I would imagine.
You're right, it is monstrous creature.
Yeah.
He's got this fella.
Yeah, him, that guy there. Double engineer. I like that. When you're running 3 cannons, reduce the trouble. 12 knights of the White Wolf, 6 knights, 5 demis. It's a really mobile list with cannons.
Yes, and as I say, pretty much as I'm running for I'm practicing for the 2,500 point run, and the only difference is with me is I got 2 tanks.
Correct decision.
Yeah, a strong decision.
I love steam tanks anyway, to be honest. And if you've played 2,500 points, why the hell not take a second steam tank? Because you can.
Mm-hmm. So this guy's got Icon and more, and he's demigriff, so he's clued up. He knows what he's doing.
I really like that. Making your demis cause terror, I just think is big.
Yeah, Witch Hunter's Ward for the cheap magic resistance.
Yeah, I think it's a nice list. Like I say, I genuinely wish anybody played Empire all the luck in the world.
Mm-hmm.
I hope we managed to hit with all 3 cannons and 1 tap of dragon. And then we go on to Todd, who was back after winning Best Painted Army at the last event.
Yes.
His Empire was glorious. And also, he's a hero because he's got 2 generals and both them on Imperial Griffins.
Yeah.
What a legend. Wizard on Peg. Twin-tailed wand, which I like double casting a spell is cool.
Absolute bus of knights for 508 points. Just
he's not. What you call? Knights of the White Wolf. What else?
I like it, but I still think there's a use for units of 5-6 archers.
Oh, I don't disagree. I like little archer units for redirecting, getting in the way.
I think the recent ruling on scouts has put a lot of these Empire players off taking the scout and archers. They don't want to be, especially if they've got cannons, they don't want to be going that first turn.
Yeah.
And I think they've just all got rid of the archers. And they forgot the fact that you can take scout off
without scouting.
Yeah.
Don't have to scout them.
Take scout off.
Yeah. And double demis. Just it's both traditionally Empire and not because he's got flying monsters.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go out there on record because I spoke to Todd down in Essex and I challenged him to do 3 griffins, and he's failed to do that. So
yeah,
I'm a little bit disappointed. Todd,
could have put his Wizard Lord just on a griffin, a baby griffin.
Well, that's what he's supposed to be on instead of a peg.
Yeah,
it's heroic, but it's not 3 griffins heroic.
Yeah.
And then we've go into our getting towards the end. We've got Beastmen. Now we've got, I believe, 2 Beastmen players at the event. Yes.
Well, I played Murray the other weekend with this exact list.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
It's a lot of chariots and pigs.
Should I mention? I don't want to upset Murray here, but should I mention that I managed to get 1 pillar of fire through all of that list at the bottom there?
You bad person.
He's a lovely lad. He's a lovely lad.
Is he? He's. Well, I don't think I've met him in Apologies for Hand, but we've engaged a little bit over the chat.
Yeah.
Shaman on a chariot. Yep. Hand tree fetish, of course. On elementalism, of course. A second shaman on a chariot as well.
Mm-hmm.
Ruby ring. Absolutely. Plague chalice. I like the chance of getting. It's just a good spell.
Yeah.
A good item. Sorry.
Well, they can't run the Law Familiar anymore, can they? Really?
No, maybe they can't because that means they can't take Viletide.
Yeah. So
and let's be honest, they only really care about Viletide.
Well, that's just two casters who want Viletide. That's it. End of game.
Yeah, and everything else is a bonus.
Mm-hmm.
You're hoping that you roll a couple of wind blasts, especially on the one with Hagtree.
Yeah. And then he's
got the fact he's got his BSB on it. He's literally everything's mounted except his go, isn't it?
Yeah, and he's using the actual armor save of the rider rather than the chariot save. He's got black and plate and.
Yeah, you don't see that very often.
Nope.
10 go. Yep. Is he ambushing?
He was when I played him, but
drop that now. But he's gone. Then he's got pig, chariot, dragon ogres, unit of 3, which I know you're a fan of.
Yeah.
Razor go. Like it's coming at you. It's coming at you fast.
Yeah.
Like this list does what it's. You know what I like this about Beastmen though. Like with the exception of the dragon ogres and the characters, everything else is so cheap. You've got to do a lot of work to take points.
Yeah, and that's what this list is actually why I didn't win the tournament the other week, because I got everything running, but I just couldn't catch it all. It went
Aye.
everywhere,
Well,
and
it can
then
just scatter, can't it? It can
Yeah.
scatter. It can hide. It's like, well, you really need to work to take points off this list.
Yeah. But at the same time, his problem was it got in everything just got in each other's way.
Yeah. It's a challenging list, I think, in many respects like that. But it'll be interesting to see how he gets on with it, because I think it's very matchup dependent. The other thing, what I would say, is what struggles to get. Imagine this is one of those Dwarf Air Force lists where the Dwarf Air Force would just blow it apart so quickly, it'd be awful.
Mm-hmm.
But it's, I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's got 12 drops.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Wild.
Mm-hmm.
He's picking where his characters go, that's for sure. And then our second beastman,
Tom,
the one and only Tom Carley.
Yeah, which looks like a lot of spam as well.
The ooze of moose. Tom's a hero for many reasons, but mainly because he's got a level 4 on a flying carpet.
Tom's also a lot taller in real life than I thought.
1, 2, 3 level 2s, a level 3, and a level 4. This guy enjoys a Viletide cast.
Mm-hmm.
Tom enjoys casting Viletide because he's a bad person.
Oh, he's just going to upset people. I mean, look at every one of them units. You are just chasing 50 points.
Oh, it's the same principle, isn't it? It's like 6 score, Jesus, 6
hold on a
score,
second.
6 score.
Stop the bus. Look at the bottom.
I told you there was a Shaggoth somewhere. And he's got Slug Skin and Talisman of Protection.
That's all wrong. It's all wrong.
There's no pleasing some people.
Yeah, I thought it was there. I thought we were seeing him, and then no, ripped away.
What did you want to see on the Shaggoth?
Black and plate.
Oh, of course you did.
Yeah, because he can get the ward save anyway.
Yeah.
But I wonder if he's going to actually use Storm Call from the Shaggoth to rile up them Dragon Ogres.
I hope so. The fact that all three of them are short axes, it's just, I think this list, it's very similar to what we just talked about with Murray's list, except this one's just got wild amounts of Viletide.
This is I mean, sorry Tom for calling it this, but this is the bullshit list of all bullshit lists. It's just MSU to the nth degree.
It's the Beastman version of the Dwarf Air Force, but without flight.
Yeah.
I think I've also seen, we've both seen this list in the flesh, and it's a stunning army as well.
Yeah.
So yes, I am interested to see how this gets on, to be honest, because I love casting Viletide, so I'm okay with it.
I love casting Viletide.
I only don't like Viletide when it's cast at me.
Yeah. I don't mind when it cast at us. It's when they cast at me dragon.
Yeah. I mean, it can slaughter dragons, can't it? That's the thing. We've then got High Elves and our final tool.
The final tool.
Some might say the better tool. The only tool with any kind of moral compass.
Not from what I'm seeing.
I mean, it's a loose moral compass compared to the rest of the tools.
Yeah.
This is filth.
Yeah, I mean, look,
I mean, he's got the Prince, Armor Caldor, Seed of Rebirth, Pure Heart. He doesn't have the Opal Amulet, though.
Well, because you've got to keep under 500 points.
Is it not only about 10 points or something ridiculous like that, though? It's so cheap. But then he's got the Noble, Honor Griffin, BSB with the War Banner. I think it's a good. He's base 2. He's got a lance. He's got a 5-up. He's Honor Griffin. He's not to be sniffed at, and he can go in with the Prince, take challenges, and let the Prince wheel on stuff.
Yeah. I mean, it's a double combo, isn't it? Just the two of them flying around hand in hand, kissing each other and stuff like that, like elves do.
And then I will say this is not a regular high elf list. This is a Creation Warhorse?
Yes. Yeah.
And
So
then
we
he's got
have
a level
this,
4, low familiar with elementalism.
and then he's got two big blocks of expensive troops: the 22 Sisters, the 21 White Lions.
I mean,
Uh,
even the 10 Woodsmen are relatively cheap, but actually are a decent block because they've got warbows as well.
mhm.
They're like half White Lions, half archers.
Well, the good thing about the Warbows is the Woodsman is a native strength 4 model, isn't he?
Yeah, yeah. So that's it. You're shooting a strength 4.
Yeah. So the crossbows,
Um,
really.
and to be honest, I came across these again on a Warhol game, and these managed to shoot down a couple of units of them come out. It says managed to shoot down a Necro Sphinx, and I was like, oh, that was unfortunate.
Well, one of the things that you very seldom see in combination is BS4 strength 4 shooting. It's not
Yeah,
a
it's rare.
yeah, it's BS3 strength 4 or BS4 strength 3.
Yeah,
When you get both of them at 4, like we do with the Air Dwarf Rangers, all of a sudden you've got a recipe that you just want to just keep add like times 10 and do.
yeah, agreed.
I'm surprised he's only gone for the 10 of them.
Yeah. What I'm surprised at is that they even make it into the list because you could have argued you need them for the
Yeah, it's got to
the whole.
be legal, hasn't it?
Yeah. Otherwise, what I would say is he hasn't taken enough sisters.
Yeah, he's got to. Well, actually, spent 665 on course, so he has. But I
No,
know everyone likes to do that bullshit thing with he's got 150 points of Elven Archers, but everyone loves to do that bullshit where they put them in marching column and just do strange things with them.
but like, look, it's a list that gives a lot of shooting. It's got a good block in the White Lions, and it's got a couple of monsters.
Two characters who
Yeah,
can go and do some work.
I think it'll do well. And then our final list is our personal madman, Mr. Shane Baxter.
I've just been sitting here for 5 minutes trying to think of some insult to give him.
Shane is bringing all the single ladies.
Yeah, Shane expects it from us though. He knows for
He
a fact
does.
that. Yeah, so
He'd be disappointed if you weren't slagging him off. To be honest, I think.
yeah, it's a shame he can speak these days because I liked him when he couldn't speak.
That's because he was drunk.
No,
Now we
it's
had to
because
get relatively healthy.
he had a laryngitis problem and he lost his voice for about
Oh,
a
did
year.
he? Oh,
Might be longer. That's why they call him Silent Shane.
but like handmaiden as your general with the bow, the Seafarer, the BSB.
27 sisters, 9 sisters, Eagles for bollocks.
The best thing about this as well, the crazy son of a bitch has got his level 4 on a Frostheart Phoenix.
Yeah.
What a
And let me just double check here because as of Saturday, he had one model painted.
aye. I mean,
Come on, Shane, get them brushes out.
He needs to put his finger out
He'll
because
do it.
he will. But because the other thing we expect from Shane is a beautifully painted army. So if he doesn't do it, we're going to be really disappointed in him.
I mean, him and Trig love doing a 1 week army.
Well, Trig's just an absolute raging lunatic, isn't he?
They got it from me, you know.
Is it your fault, Sib?
Yeah. Back in the day, I used to churn out armies at like some absolutely crazy speeds. Because I didn't watch the telly, I didn't play computer games.
Yeah.
So I just used to knock armies out. And then people would come up to us at tournaments and say, "Can I buy that?" And I'd be like, "Yeah," because then I can build the next best army. So, right, are we going to now move on to do the draw?
Well, this is it. We're now to the arguably what the most exciting part is. We are now going to move on to do the draw, and we will see exactly what people's first games are up against.
Yep. Please, let's get some bullshit in here. let's get some pegs fighting helicopters. Let's get the real Warhammer armies fighting each other. That's what I want to see.
Now, let me see if I can just.
Yeah, we do apologise here because we now have to let Scott use technology.
Oh yeah, this is. I mean, this is the problem. Like, we are relying on me using technology, which is going to be a problem because I've tried doing this once and I failed miserably, didn't I?
I mean,
So
we already lost Andrew tonight to technology.
I think that was Andrew's fault, though. To be honest.
Oh yeah, we're not blaming anyone but Andrew, but you know, his computer said no.
Yeah. Now, if you just we just need to check in all players. Because I need everyone to be checked in so I can do a draw. So I'm going to let BCP just do that for me. While I just stare at it while it loads through. And then we will hopefully then be able to share the draw and pick out some of our favourites.
Yeah. Now, if anyone in the chat dare say I've got a face for radio, I'll be unhappy with them.
Right. Now. It's powering up. And we have our draw. So let me just see if I can
share it. Just for those at home, I cannot see this draw.
No, it'll be coming up. Don't worry. I am just trying to crop it so I can make it more visible.
Yep.
So, in which case, now we should have a draw here.
All right.
I will just. So we have Ian Russell's Dark Elves up against Matt Passfield's Tomb Kings of Kemri. That should be an interesting first matchup.
Yeah.
Charlie's Vampires have gone against. Oh, why is this person's list dropped off? It hasn't. It's Robin Gillies, I believe, Dwarves. I don't know why it hasn't pulled it through, but it's their standard dwarf list. We've got Wood Elves versus Bretonians.
Fighting in Lauren.
Bretonian Exiles versus High Elf Realms of Sam Tools.
Yep.
We've got David Hiscock's Nomadic War versus Tony's
the Scream. Oh, that could sting. That could sting.
That could be so. We have Ross's Warriors versus Mark's Kingdom of Bretonia list.
That'll be a good fight. Like Mark's got the tools. So
yeah, it'll be interesting. That
Ross will have to pull out the hard one there.
We have Gary's thematic Dark Elves taking on Connor's Mortuary Cult.
Gary.
Sorry, Gary.
Yeah.
We have Michael Old's Warriors in a Chaos Off against Murray's Beastmen.
Now, Michael was the...
was Michael Double Spawn?
Yes, he was the first one, wasn't
no, he wasn't. He was a Warfire, but he had the foot bus.
Yes. No, he's the 7 Chaos Knights, Michael.
Oh, he's the Knights. Sorry, he's the Knights. Yeah. And then I think the next one is very interesting. We have Tom's Beastmen against Scott's
Wood Elves.
Yes. That's a couple of very mobile things, but there is a dragon.
Mm-hmm.
And dragons don't like Valtide.
And the next I can see some cannons shooting at Stephen Tool's dragon.
Oh my goodness, it is. It's Mr. Tool's Filth versus Owen and the proud men of the Empire.
Never have I wanted ward saves to fail so much in my life, Stephen.
remember earlier when I said it'd be lovely if they could one tap a dragon?
Yeah. Are we being a bit nasty here?
To who? Steve?
Stephen, yeah.
Nah. He loves it. He's like Darth Sidious. The hate is what sustains him. It's how he looks so young. Like he's just sustained by the hate.
I feel the hate flowing through you.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly how he looks. It's how he looks so young. Honestly. We've then got the Troll Hordes versus one of the Expeditionary Forces. I cannot imagine that's going to go well for the Troll Hordes.
No. Because they're just not going to get engaged, are they?
Nah, they'll just bounce around and shoot the living crap out of them. That'll be nasty.
If regen works, the Expeditionary Force could end up being a bit frustrated.
Yeah, but the Trolls are just not going to be able to engage them, will they? They'll just fly over them. Unless they block, it'll be... That's a tough matchup.
Yeah.
We've then got Joe with his Kingdom of Bretonia versus Todd's Empire of Man.
Interesting.
We've then got Shane and his High Elves versus the other Empire list.
Yeah.
This is the one with the Demis and the Grandmaster, and what sisters love killing are troops with armor saves.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry, Matthew.
When they hit on a 6, -3 armor's just game over.
And he hasn't even got the cannons to kill the Frostheart Phoenix, has he?
No, he hasn't.
Yeah, unfortunate.
That's
Look at this next one.
Oh, that's a spicy settlement. I'm fairly sure they're sharing a car up as well.
Yeah.
Richie versus Jack.
Yeah.
Expeditionary Force versus Warriors of Chaos. Oh my goodness.
Now,
that's a lot of guns to shoot his dragons.
I'm not 100% sure of this, but I don't know if Andrew played John at Durham.
Oh, did he?
It may or may not have been. But that will be
interesting.
A hard fight for Andrew. He's
Mort
double
Cult
spawn
versus Warriors. Now,
double
I'd
spawn,
imagine John's going to be looking at all of his ranged attack to deal with the dragon, and then he kills everything else with his other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We've then got Liam's Nomadic War versus Aaron and his Air Force. Should be.
That's the faster Nomadic War, so that one might.
It's very fast, that one, yeah.
Yeah, that could be interesting.
We then have a Brett off.
Ooh.
So who wants a ward save? None of you guys. That's who wants a ward save.
Yeah, that you deserve each other.
Yeah. That will be. Oh my god! Have you seen what we've got on table 18? A Chaos Dwarf off.
Oh, Christ!
Oh my god! You can have a steam tank. You can have a steam tank. Sorry, an Iron Demon. Oh my goodness, that is a lot of toughness 7 and 6 on a board.
Right, what we've got next? Tomb Kings and Wood Elves.
Now, that'll be interesting. I mean, Gary's got a dragon, and Craig has 74 poison shots.
Yeah.
And Plague of Rust.
Gary, use your free wood to hide behind.
And just stay there for the entire game.
Dave Bruce versus Craig Wallace. Oof. Poor
Craig. Poor Craig, because you know what Bruce loves fighting? Stuff with dragons.
You know what Craig's got? 2 dragons.
2 dragons.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Pin cushions, I think we call them.
That is the draw.
Have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is a 40-man tournament.
Wowzers.
With some absolute excellent first round ties.
That should be very interesting round of first ties. So hopefully we'll see some very spicy matchups there.
Southern Scott, the big question I have to ask you: who do you think is coming out number 1 at the end of this?
Oh, who am I going to put out as a betting favourite?
I'll tell you what, give us your top 3.
Top 3. Oh, there's some good lists in this field, isn't there?
Yeah.
And there's some very good players.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, do I give someone the kiss of death or not, though?
There's probably some unexpected curveballs in there as well.
Mm. Oh, my goodness! Who top 3? I'm probably gonna have to put Charlie up there.
Yeah, I concur.
He's just a smiling assassin. He's like the nicest man in the world, whilst absolutely destroying people.
Playing his favourite army.
Look, he'll just be smiling, being really pleasant, whilst you take your models off the board. He's a good guy like that. He's a good guy like that.
Put them back in the box.
Yeah. Whoa! What you doing trying to play with your stuff?
Yeah.
Take them off.
I agree with Charlie. I'm putting them up there.
Yeah.
Well, number 2.
Oh, can I bet against our returning champion in Mr. Brewis? TMP's comp this time though.
It is, but I don't think. It might be comped, but it exists.
It does exist. And I know he's got a point to prove because he didn't have a great showing for himself at the recent Black Country GT. So I'm sure he'll be coming back with a vengeance.
I mean, I think he's got a gimme in the first round. It's exactly what he wants.
And we don't mean that disrespect to Craig.
Yeah, that's no disrespect to Craig.
It is the perfect matchup for his list.
If Dave was to pick anything from there, that's what he wants. He wants double dragons.
Yeah. And then I don't know, because if I do commit to those two, then I then have the horrible the thought is, will it be will it be will it be Tomb Kings that I then start backing, or will it be Warriors, or will it be one of the Dwarf Air Forces? I think it's such a competitive set.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I morally have to support Richie in Dowie After Dark because he selected us for Team England. So if I don't say him, I might not get a game ever again.
You know what? I mean, I'm pretty sure Richie wouldn't ever take it that way.
No, he wouldn't.
Yeah, this is a
He'll
this
be
is a,
drunk anyway. He'll be drunk on Friday night. He might struggle
yeah.
day one. Bless him, getting on. Honestly, it could be the top bunch.
There's 5 or 6 there, isn't there?
Honestly, there's obviously the couple we named. You then throw in like Richie, Jack. They've got a very hard matchup game one. Although I think Richie will happily take a dragon list with his army.
I mean, Dale's back playing the Mortuary Cult. He was number 1 in the country for a bit with that.
John's an incredibly good Mortuary Cult. He's an incredibly good player. Period. He's very, very good with Mortuary Cult. You've then got obviously the Tools, who are very good players. Like I actually think it's just a very good field.
Yeah, I mean, Jack has took a couple of Northeast events before.
I mean, Jack took the Triple Crown event at last year, earlier on in Old World, which was a 40-man event as well with his Brett.
Papa Tool, very aggressive Chaos player.
He's just aggressive. He's just aggressive guy.
Yeah, I'm sure he wears Sex Panther to all events.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Who else we've got here? We've got, I mean, you know what? Mr. Warwick Hunt.
Tony. I mean, yes.
If he gets the right matchups.
The thing is, I actually think it's an incredibly competitive field.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I really do.
I mean, Shane's lists are a bit of a dick list.
It is a dick list. I mean, again, if he draws essentially into Empire and Brett, I think he's going to have a very good time.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I genuinely think there's a number of lists in there who could do very well. Mm-hmm. I genuinely do. I mean, God, with the right match as well, like say Tom's Beastman could be horrific.
Oh yeah, Tom's Beastman are
horrific.
Yeah.
It's like Screams, but instead of screaming, they're just going to vile type people. And if he's not playing puppet.
Yeah. I mean, I give you a hard job there to pick the top 3. I'm glad you didn't ask me to do it.
You called us on that one.
Yeah.
Which list would you most like to see do well?
Oh, you know what? Straight away. I like the real dwarf list, and I like that real Bretonian list, the one with
the one with Foot Knights, yeah,
and the 8 Quest Grail Knights.
Yes, yeah. I'm also going to just give a shout out to any of the Empire lists, frankly.
Mm-hmm.
I want any of the Empire lists to do well.
I mean, Blair's Troll Horde, you know, that some proper Warhammer lists in there.
Yeah,
as well.
And like to be fair, where was Blair with his Troll Horde? Because that was it's an expeditionary force.
Yeah, he's just been.
Oh, the algorithm has not done him well.
No,
it's not done him well there.
I mean, you never know that he's got a. I think it's a dice spike.
I think what I would say is there's some spicy matchups in round 1.
Oh yeah, spicy meatball.
I mean, if I was to just pick out maybe top 3, what do you think? Top 3 first round draw games?
Tom, Carly, Scott McHugh.
It's got to be up there. That could be.
It's a proper Warhammer game. Elves on Beastmen,
and it's a lot of. They're both MSU. Obviously, there's a dragon on. That could be very interesting. I'm going to throw out there as Richie versus Jack as well. I think that's a spicy. I think it's a hard match for Jack.
Yeah. But it's. I mean, Jack's got. He's got the magic though, hasn't he?
Oh yeah, he's got his magic bus on foot.
Yeah. Once Richie's. He hasn't got many dispel scrolls in that list, has he?
No, it doesn't.
Once them have gone, you know, he could find. I mean, Blue Fires in. She'll take out gyrocopter, scout gyrocopter.
Yeah.
What else did we have? The double Chaos Dwarf one. That could be.
That could be hilarious. Though,
Iron Demons just blasting each other away.
It's you just need to hope you manage to get the charge onto the other Iron Demon somehow to just try to do wounds, because otherwise they're just not going to
die. For hard games, the Bretonian off could be a hard game.
Yeah.
It's quite funny that we've got quite a lot of
a couple of mirrors right off. I also think John versus Andrew, Mortical versus Warriors could be a very interesting game. Very interesting game.
I think there's a big experience gap there. Andrew's a great guy.
Yeah.
But John Dale has been around.
A very, very, very good player.
I mean, John's been around since like I don't want to insult.
He's almost as old as me, isn't he? If you listen to people.
I don't want to insult the fella.
No, I tell you what, there's some.
I wonder if he's coming up with. He seems to be coming up by himself. I can't.
Yeah, he is. He was aiming to come up, but he couldn't make it.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, he had some illness or something, was it?
Yeah, but he's on the men, which is all positive.
Yeah,
so it's a shame he couldn't make it up.
Love you, fella.
Yeah. So yes, there's the round. There's our very, very brief thoughts on the list, and some. Hopefully, there'll be some big surprise that we didn't see coming, and it'll be really interesting to see how it all pans out, I think.
Yeah, definitely. And good luck to all the entrants. It's going to be an absolutely amazing Northeast tournament, this one.
Aye. I really think so. So with that in mind, we will see you all there. And for anyone who's coming up on the Friday, Stan and I will be setting up the room from about 1 and 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So if anyone does want to come in, you can use the room for like an early a Friday night game. You're more than welcome. We'll be there. We'll have the keys. We'll just be having some beers. So come on down, and we'll see you at the weekend.
Yep. Well, Scott, it's been a pleasure joining you for the my
Thank
first.
you very much, man. It's been what a lovely first one for you to be on.
Yeah. I would have liked the other two guys to be in here, so we have a good waffle. But
you were going to be blessed with with 4 people on, but it turns out Andy is even worse with technology than I am, so couldn't get on the call, and unfortunately Stan couldn't make it this evening for other reasons. But we'll all be there at various different degrees at the weekend, and we really, really look forward to seeing everyone.
Yeah, well, at least you got the 2 guys with decent microphones. That's a winner.
I thought we were going to see good hairstyles there, to be honest.
That goes by default.
Goes without saying. Pair of handsome chaps.
Yeah. And I hope you all appreciate that I got a map in the background as well. I wasn't in there. Scott Outdo was there.
Yeah, but mine's Kenry, though.
No, mine's Empire, because I'm doing Empire now.
Bro, fair dues. Fair. I like that. I mean, no pressure to the other guys when they do eventually get on, but the best line, their map.
Yeah.
No map,
no play.
No map, no play. So, no, thanks very much, Tim. Really appreciate you sort of coming on and spending the time and going through all the lists. And we will see you guys at the event. So thank you very much.
Catch us later, guys.
Good night.